Looks like we're live. Let me go ahead and send out this fucking link, man. There we go. There's my beautiful face. Alright, let's get that link out there. And stuff. Yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. Solo cam girl. Oh, no. I'm like, wait. Let's do this. There we go. That's better. Yo, what up, Saint? Can you guys hear me all right? Everything working well? Everything working good? Man, that shit fucking sucks, dude. This was gonna be a good episode. Hey, Elephant Man. Man, there's lots of bitches in the chat right now, you know? Lots of bitching. Bundle of sticks. Yeah, I prefer a cigarette though. I'm trying to think, how long has it been since I had a cigarette? Hmm. Nice, all gravy. Fuck yeah, what up, Michael Vega? Yeah, I'm cam girling. I saw your message in Discord. Yeah, I'm cam girling for everyone right now. Um, but I'm gonna need a donation of at least 500 to see my feet. So, just saying. You wanna, donate to me? You can get my feet. Any other kind of pics need to be, you know, private. Because YouTube doesn't like it. Not to tell, not to tell that shit to Robert all over again. Yeah. Arguing with Robert, it's probably a good idea to do it in text format. I think that's probably the best way of doing it, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, let's talk about the state then, guys. Oh, Saint, you're gonna send me 500 bucks? Yeah, send it to me. You'll get whatever pick you want. I don't care. like, I'm such a whore. Uh, but yeah, isn't the state great, guys? Don't they always have our best interests at heart? I don't know. Maybe let's talk about why people are so dependent on there being a state. And hmm, I mean, I'm thinking it's mostly because people have always had the state in their lives and they can't imagine a world without it. Because I know that's been my problem before. I've had that problem in the pretty recent past. um, so yeah, I think that's where it mainly comes from. It's that like being afraid of the unknown. Whereas like the state, everyone hates the state, but they know it. It's like a known evil as opposed to an unknown unknown. It's like at least we're familiar with this. That's where I think it's coming from. I think it's just like it's always been there and it's probably always going to be there. Which I understand that mentality for sure, but it doesn't need to be that way. It doesn't need to be that way, guys. Oh, why am I so low? Let me see if I can move my camera down a little bit more without showing feet. There we go. Do that a little bit. It's a little better, I guess. There we go. Focus. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is there anything else that causes statism other than never having been without it? I mean, the state is involved in your life from the very beginning. As soon as you're born, you get a birth certificate. like, you got government documents already on you the moment you're alive, and then the last one you get is a death certificate. And then you start voting Democrat after that, of course. Agorists are unprincipled pussies. Chang me mind. I don't know. I don't know. Those are the like the homesteading people, right? Guys who are like, you know, I'm gonna get the fuck out of civilization, start a farm, and like live on my own. That's what agorists are, right? Agorists? I don't know. Let me see. Let's look that up right now. Agorist meaning non-profit educational venture for what? What? It's a libertarian from statism to his free society is the same. Which okay. That principle is consistency, which is funny because weren't you just saying that they're unprincipled pussies? We're not cattle, we're house pets. Yeah, that's definitely true. Sup sup, yo, it's just me or is the audio really low? That's my fault. Give me 1 second. Are we good now? Should be good. If anything, I'd turn this up. Turn up the little sensitivity and shit. How's that? Am I better? Let me know. I also just naturally speak pretty low. I'm not a very loud person. Nah, they're the people who believe the state will always be, so no point in fighting and do side hustles and other things. I get that. Uh, I mean, that's just being realistic, I think, more than unprincipled. I think it's like, yeah, I'd rather not have a state, but they're not going anywhere, right? So might as well just try to figure out how to live within the system and not, get caught doing it. State is wrong, but what you gonna do? That's exactly what they're talking about. Yeah, and I get it. It's kind of like a defeatist mentality, uh, which I don't agree with. We can't have that, but I get it. Elephant Man says better. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Everything around me is breaking, man. My phone's fucked up. Now the mic is. That's not the mic, it's the little adapter that I have here. That's now fucking up, and then just, everything. Hmm. But yeah, I don't know. But Yeah, you're good. And had my TV maxed out before. Oh shit, I'm sorry, man. You probably got quite a shock. Yeah, rip Woodchuck in his TV. Mm. But yeah. Huh. Population density is what requires governing. Yeah, and I mean, what people don't know is, like, with cities, which of course have the most population density, uh, they were created mainly so that, I don't know. Hmm. I mean, some of them grew up naturally, but other ones were created for like industry, especially once the Industrial Revolution came around. Uh, a lot of people were almost forced to move to cities in order to practice their trade, and so that caused obviously a ton of people being in one place, and which causes problems no matter who it is or where they are. As soon as you get a bunch of people in one place, problems start. The denser the population, the more control the state needs to be policed. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I mean that's a huge problem in the U.S. Like we don't really need as many cities. There are some that are important. Like if you look at most cities, they're on waterways, right, to make transportation of goods that are produced, easier to export. But we don't really have those same problems anymore. We have, airports and airplanes. You can get pretty much anywhere within a few hours. So, I mean, cities are pretty obsolete, I think. And plus, I mean, find me a happy person in a city. Find one. I dare you. I challenge you. Find a happy person that lives like in the middle of the city, not some suburb. I'm talking about like in the middle of the city proper. Find me one. I bet you can't. I mean, just we're not meant to live in cities, you know. We're meant to live in small communities, maybe 150, 200 people at most. That's what kind of social creatures we are. We're not supposed to have millions of people surrounding us constantly and being literally stacked on top of each other. It's a terrible way to live. Liberals pretend to be happy. Yeah, that's true. Really pretend. Well, no, no. Hang on, hang on. I don't think that's true actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because their whole thing, like it's trendy to be depressed and miserable. So yeah, I don't think that quite works. Because like it's totally trendy to be suicidal and shit. Like it's ridiculous. Popul Elephant Man agrees, but population density does fuel innovation. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it certainly creates a unique set of problems that need a unique set of solutions. That's for sure. A fan of 10 houses or less within a mile of me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would be nice. Just have as much land as you possibly can. And then we can talk about, real property rights. I mean, I think maybe that's. What is this nonsense, Mijipi? Yeah, thanks, man. Nice to see you. No, this nonsense is because Robert's internet like completely killed itself. So I'm putting this out. Yeah, I know I'm not on D Live. I only have the stream code for YouTube. But but yeah, Robert's internet took a shit earlier, and so now I'm just putting this out because John doesn't know how to get on D Live. That's true. Um, less pop, less problems, less solutions necessary. Exactly. And Wyatt's here also. What's up, man? But yeah, I'm just putting this out so that at least we put something out tonight, and there's not like some kind of gap in our content, and Plus, I just kind of wanted to talk tonight. I'm in a mood for talking. Uh, Ed will show me his D Live. I bet you won't. You don't have the balls. Would love family farms to come back. Yeah, not even like a full farm, but like just growing your own food would be nice. Having your own, you know, animals, your own cattle and stuff. Um, that's like the ideal life, I think. Just being self sufficient. You get that constant feeling of, uh, like success, that constant feeling of accomplishment. And I think that people need that, and people don't get enough of that these days. You just go in, like, do your job, and then you go home, and what you really accomplish, assuming you have a normal, everyday job. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean that's a huge problem, right? The uh, not getting satisfaction in your everyday life. I think that's what leads to people acting out like they are now, especially on the left with all these riots and stuff. Uh, that's what a lot of it is, right? It's people who haven't accomplished anything in their life and have no prospects to do so. So when they're like, hey, I can accomplish this at least, we're pushing for some cause, whatever that cause is. Um, Obviously misguided, very misguided. Turn the desktop audio on and get in the live room on Discord. I might do that, but I'm listening to music right now, and I can turn it off. All right, yeah. I guess I just won't listen to music. I'll jump in Discord. All right, let's jump into Discord. Un momento, por favor. Let's see. Boo. All right, I am now in Generational Gap voice chat. So, yeah, you guys can come join me. Come hang out. We'll talk and stuff. And if you're not in our Discord, I believe the link is down below. It is. The link is down below in the description. So if you're not in there, go jump in there. That's how you get Robert in. I don't want. I don't know if I want Robert in. Nah, I mean if he wants to come in, I guess he can. Love to see fewer warning labels. Yeah. Let's see. John talking to Robert in chat. People who are self-sufficient cannot be controlled by withholding things. Exactly. Yeah. Here we go. Now I got desktop audio on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Michael Vega. What up, though? Let's talk about how great the state is, because I know that's what you want to talk about.
It's exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Let me actually. Oh, dude, you're gonna have to stop that nonsense.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Oh, it was
It
Saint.
came from you.
Oh, you Saint. I knew it would be
What?
you. Oh,
Oh,
your loud
What did I
shit.
it was
do?
your wind.
Yeah, you're loud as
I
fuck.
didn't. How?
I
It
don't
doesn't
know,
even
dude.
show me lighting up.
I don't know. I hear you. Are you video
It was
from
very
Discord,
aggressive,
John, or
okay?
going straight through OBS? The video's from OBS, but this audio now is Discord. All these fucks talking.
Wait, can they hear us? Question mark.
Oh yeah, they can hear you.
Oh, Robert.
Roberto. You know she caught me on camera. Yeah.
Roberto, tell
Just
me
say it.
about
Yeah,
the
just say it wasn't
state.
you, Ed. That's all you gotta do. Oh yeah, you put it there. Wasn't me. But yeah, so guys, we're talking about the state and how great it is. Yeah, would you
Robert, is it working for you?
property what?
Property, I never heard of her.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. I see Robert in here, but there's no talking going on from him.
That is correct.
He's probably still having internet issues. Tisk tisk.
No, I'm not.
Oh, well then talk, damn it. Wait, he's still I'm not skipping, right? Okay, no, I'm good. I'm solid. The next 9 hour stream? I don't fucking think so, Ed. I don't have nearly enough alcohol and I have to work in the morning. I don't think that's happening, bruh. Sorry.
The fuck is wrong with you people?
Hang on. Is
Defend
my
open
audio better?
No. It's,
No. What?
It's. I can tell that you're in a car or your truck or whatever. So, yeah.
He's in a drunk car.
Better not be.
Okay, I'll be quiet. You and Robert talk about the state, and I'll interject when I deem necessary.
Well, hang on. Ed wants me to defend open borders libertarianism. That's very easy to defend. So it's not something I believe in, but the argument that's made is that freedom of movement is a basic human
Supersedes
right.
the state.
It does, because yeah, it's a natural right. Right, you have the ability to walk wherever you can walk, you can go. Right. So by countries shutting down their borders or limiting immigration, they are violating that natural right.
Actually, I think they're exercising the nap. They're protecting themselves with.
No, I know. I
that.
know.
That's protection.
Yeah,
You can't
That's
have it both ways.
I agree.
You can't give me nowhere to go.
I don't know. Elephant Man says he would consider himself a minarchist. Yeah, me too. I can't. I'm not quite at the.
Ew.
I know. I'm not quite at the anarchist thing, but I really want to be.
No, John, you know I'm more of the voluntary type. It's just, it necessarily wouldn't be minarchist.
Right.
the only thing any kind of anarchy is going to accomplish is population reduction. It's all that's going to happen from that.
Nothing
Well,
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, it
I didn't
is.
hear anything bad there.
It depends on which. I'm part of the population that I don't want reduced. You see, that's the thing. It's like I kind of have a problem with that. Being part of that group.
What about now?
What about now? What?
He's asking if we can hear the wind.
I hear a little
the
bit
answer
in the
is yes.
background.
Yeah, it's
I hear
less,
it, but it's
Son of a whore.
you're wait. Don't listen to these fucks. You're louder than that is, and it's not that disturbing.
It's
I didn't say it was louder.
disturbing
I
all
just said I could still
stream.
hear it.
It's
All right,
it's
yeah.
disturbing you, John.
We are a
That-
professional podcast, sir. As
No,
you can
we're not.
see.
That's why
As you can
mine
see.
alone. Probably not. I mean, isn't it obvious that we're not? I mean,
I mean, this is pretty scuffed.
I tried to keep the
Right.
joke going, but
Jesus Christ, yeah, we are. No, I don't know, man. It just
Professional as John Two Fists fucking.
exactly.
Wait, what was that? I missed it.
I think he was
I
saying
said professional, while John two fists whiskey.
Hey, no, first of all, I'm drinking beer tonight, and I was only using one fist for it.
you're a lying cunt. It's whiskey in a beer can or bottle.
It's Yingling, America's best beer. See,
Bullshit.
I
not even
fully
true.
endorse. I'm not even sponsored. I fully endorse Yingling Lager. Not
And
the
that's
other shit.
made-
Not
that's-
Amber. Amber is bullshit. Amber Lager, fucking bullshit ass beer.
And Yingling is an American company. Is that
It's
correct?
America's oldest brewery.
But the best beer in America,
Old doesn't mean good.
the best beer
I
in
believe it
America
is the
hasn't been
best.
made yet.
America
It hasn't been made.
hasn't been made.
No, we don't. No.
Well, this
The-
was opened in. I know it says it somewhere. 1829. 1829.
Yeah, that
is when
just
it was- So
still sucks
America was a
ass.
thing then.
It still sucks ass as a
It was,
beer.
It was
what
before
I'm
the
saying.
Civil War even. This beer is so
Way
old that
kid.
slavery was still around when this beer
Give
came
me
out.
give me a good German beer, and,
Fuck
and we'll
off
talk about it.
with your German bullshit.
Fuck Americans don't know dick about beer.
Americans make the best
China's
beer.
big.
Oh, was beer first made in America?
Yes. Yes, it was. Because history began on July 4th, 1776. Everything else before that was a mistake.
Doesn't count.
Yeah. That was all prehistory. It was all bullshit leading up to real history.
Because you like stupid. That's sad.
Yeah, you're roboting, so I can't even hear your blasphemy.
Yeah, Robert, your internet's still fucked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's it's one of the it's a bad day for internet for me apparently.
Yep. Now talk about the state.
What about
and
them?
what it's gonna take for you to see the light.
Yes.
There is no light. There is no seeing any light. Take the
So-
state out. That's
God
what's going to
damn it,
replace it.
cut you off.
Another fucking state.
No,
Take
not
the
another state. Warlords.
Yes.
Warlords are greater than the state.
It's the same fucking difference.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Really?
not.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
the warlord has to live right down the road. Otherwise, he can't control anything. And then you just go fucking, he can find out after he fucks around. It's a lot easier to hold a warlord accountable,
See, if you can't have a reasonable conversation about it,
I
I
think that's pretty fucking
yeah, I was gonna
reasonable.
say while I'm using a joking tone, there is a real thing there. That really is what would be happening. We assume, right? I mean,
You-
obviously, shit could go completely wrong, and there could form. Yeah, another state
John-
could form. There's no. I'm not
John,
saying it can't
you have
happen.
you have even said it yourself. You put
Uh-huh.
somebody in power. If somebody is in power, they want more power.
Yes,
And
the
it's an
government's
inevitable
job is
path.
to grow. Yeah.
It doesn't. You can say government all you want. I don't care if you've got
No, I
one
was
person
agreeing
in
with you.
charge and a warlord. A warlord is no different, though. A warlord is the same thing. He gets power and he wants more. He wants control.
Yeah, and then he gets clapped. I mean,
And replaces him another warlord that took him out. Survival of the fittest. But guess what? Wants power, wants control. It's always going to be that. I mean,
yeah,
you
No, I mean,
can't avoid
these are,
it.
These are the things that have stopped me from actually accepting full anarchy. Is these exact things. So,
Is that you're bad at state?
so yeah, let's do some of those arguments though, from our other people here in the chat, or in the Discord. What do you think? What's the answer to the warlord problem?
The scaled down civilization, like Robert said, and he doesn't want that.
Well, you say scale
He
down
wants to keep all
civilization.
the
How
cool and
many
fancy
people?
shit.
How do you decide how much of the population and who in the population to kill?
Just breaking the
You
United
have to
States
repeat
up
again.
into a smaller state or smaller
Repeating.
countries.
Bye-bye.
Sure, but even
Yeah.
if we have country states, if we had 50 country states, guess what? Each one of those is going to have a seat of power, and it's going to be a state controlling
Oh,
the
no, I think
people.
we should be much smaller than that, but that's just.
Well, look at you. Do you not have a local government? Do you not have a state government? government.
even smaller, my guy.
I mean,
don't
we
have
get all the way
2
down
million
to
and a
the
half people in my fucking
Get all the way down to
county.
the HOA. Like,
right. I mean, every you can get down as far and as microscopic as you want, but one that in power, any form of whatever it takes to hold control, increase that power. HOA is an excellent example. That's a small scale community where
Jesus
everyone is agreeable. They pay their HOA fees and dues. My brother was in one. He wanted to fucking pool in, and it took him 2 years to get it finally through the fucking HOA
Yeah, see,
because
fuck
they
the
had the
HOA
power to
too.
say no.
Yeah, fuck
They
the
have the
HOA.
power to put. They have the power to put you out of your fucking house that you bought.
Yeah, fuck the HOA for
You
real.
didn't buy
Any
it, but
HOAs.
okay.
Yeah,
You
you're only
did buy it.
renting it, but yeah.
Right.
Still, fuck the HOA though.
Point. No matter and it's just it's gonna be there. You're not.
See,
The
that's
guy-
bad village etiquette. I'm talking about good village etiquette.
But see,
Yes,
hang on. This is where we get to the root of the problem when it comes to any kind of libertarian ideology, is that it requires homogenous thought. It requires everyone to accept the same set of values. It requires everyone to pretty much
We
Not-
found the root.
right. Not that everyone has to do the same things, but they all have to agree on or come to some sort of consensus. And I think in
Right.
that argument is where
Agree
Power
to
is
generally
formed.
leave each other the fuck alone.
yeah, of
Right.
course, but you have to. But everyone has to accept that. Otherwise,
Right, and that
you
becomes
know,
the power base.
yeah, exactly. And so I think that is something that needs to be explored. Obviously, there have been greater libertarian minds than anyone in here who have, I guess, tried to tackle that.
I don't know about that one, John.
Listen, all right.
Ah.
None of us here are any kind of Ron Paul or like any kind of Rothbard. No one here is any of those people. So
Speak for
One can
yourself,
dream.
John.
I'll read your book. Send me a link. I'll buy your book. Like,
You can find my Wild West thoughts on that last podcast I was on.
I can find your Wild West thoughts on Red Dead Redemption.
Yes, mixed with the village life that I had in Germany.
Yeah, see, feudalism. I think that's where it's at. Feudalism. Like, semi-ironically, feudalism. Federalism doesn't require a unified thought. Yeah, that's true, Ed, but it does require people to protect it, and we have failed that. We have failed to do that over the past 200 years. Plus. 200 years plus.
That's it right there. That
We have failed.
that's the thing. If
And
you
that's
want to
on
get rid of
us. And that's on us as the American people. That is on us for failing to protect the Constitution, failing to protect, the rights laid out in it. We've just let them take more and more away from us and just kind of moaned and complained about it, but ultimately doing nothing. And
what we do to this very day.
yeah,
I mean, the only way to the state that we have now is if we had a time machine to go back and do it right,
but even
and
then,
to be
I mean,
vigilant.
George
along the
Washington was the first one to fuck it up. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
and he's supposed to be the best.
it's about being, you would have
the
to.
chosen one.
Well, I this, I mean, are we dealing with an integrated value our Constitution?
Dude, you are breaking up really hard.
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can
know,
fucking
I
do
know,
about it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm showing strong connection, so I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
But I mean, when it's all said and done, I mean,
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm trying to get to you guys, but we're having, conversations.
We're talking, kids. Get in the chat or shut the fuck up.
Get in the Discord, guys. We can fit a bunch of people in there. Also, watch the stream though. We want the views.
I'm kidding, chat. I love you. But I'm just not watching the chat, so
Oh yeah, they're talking all kinds of shit about you. It's actually pretty
my bad.
mean. I'm actually gonna have to start banning people because of how much shit they're talking about you.
now see, Elephant Man makes a good point in the
That's
chat.
pretty authoritarian, and I'm not down with that. John.
I'm just fucking around. They're not even talking about you.
Elephant
They don't
Elephant
care
Man
about
makes
you. Sorry. go ahead.
Elephant Man makes a good point in the chat. He says the Constitution needs to be rewritten more clearly and without the slave language.
Yeah, and
And
I've brought
it
this up
does.
before. I don't
So the
trust anyone.
Federalist
I don't
Papers.
trust anyone alive today to rewrite the Constitution. Even myself, I wouldn't trust myself to do it.
Yeah, but you don't trust anybody to uphold it either. So
Right.
what difference does it make?
Well, if there's no state, then there's no need for a constitution, is there?
Banger.
But there will always be a state.
No, there will always be somebody in charge.
There'll
There'll always be a leader.
something trying to be a state.
Right, but there will not necessarily always be a state. But there will
Yeah.
be always someone trying to assert power.
And guess
That's
and
absolutely
guess what?
true.
And that's just it. If there's a leader, they are going to assert authority. And as soon as they assert authority, oh
They-
fuck, it's the state.
They need to get clapped. But that's the problem is we say, oh yeah, that we'll just take care of it ourselves, but we haven't. That's the issue, right? Is that, and that's why I think, in my opinion, that's why people don't take libertarians seriously. It's because we talk all this shit, but when it comes down to it, where the fuck are we? You know?
I mean, it just seems like most people sit around and act like, well, they're, all this is bad and bad and bad, but there's nothing I can do. And you get ambivalent, cynical, they don't do anything. Bring up the topic of voting and look at
Ew.
the reactions you get with it. But I mean, that is a fundamental function of this country from the very
Doesn't
beginning.
Do anything, but okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, it doesn't matter. What good does it do me to vote?
Your state gets paid to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. You get paid to vacation too, don't you?
I do.
Don't worry about it.
I get 2 weeks of paid vacation every year. Woo! It
See,
is
now I
actually
like
pretty sweet.
my wife has a better setup. Every work she's generating more time off.
Oh,
right?
that's
So
cool.
like every month
I didn't hear the first part.
Walmart they have time off is basically you rate it every day as you're working. So at the end of a week, she can generate, I want to say it's like 8 hours of time off. So,
That's not bad.
That's pretty lit.
so for every
Yeah.
month and a half, she gets about a week off. She has about that much time.
Holy
She's
shit.
managing to take
That's fucking
anywhere.
dope.
Is that
Three-
PTO? Is that PTO?
She has PTO.
Oh,
It's
God
it's
damn.
lumped into one PTO, but
That's fucking awesome.
she generates somewhere between 4 and 5 weeks of vacation time or available vacation time every year,
Hell yeah, that sounds fucking amazing.
right? And a lot of companies are going to that model where you're generating PTO as you go.
Hmm.
And it's smart because I mean, when it's all said and done, we work more than any other country in the world practically. I mean, look at the vacation time you see over in Europe. I mean, people get months off. I'm going to be a month. Okay. What the fuck?
I don't know about all
I would
that,
be
but
more down with the state if we didn't have to work like fucking mules. Germany does it right, baby.
I
But
don't
is
know. They
this-
don't do a
is
lot
it
of
the
things
states-
right. I don't know.
Is it the state's fault that we work all the time, or is it capitalism that causes that?
Well, no. I mean, maybe. I don't think it's
In-
capitalism
Both
as much as
states,
it
one
is.
works more than the other.
Yeah, I don't think it's as
In-
much as capitalism, because capitalism is not an ideology; it's an economic structure.
Well, right, which means to afford things you got to work more because the cost of living is going up faster than the wages do.
Well, that
so
a lot of
you've
that
got-
has to do with the state, but
The
state
state
getting
is
involved. Yeah, the state. Yeah, the state dipping their fingers in all
With-
the regulations that they have. That has
with
a lot to do with it.
regulations,
Yeah, that's
which
a lot to do with it.
which we sit out here and ask for.
Well, we don't, but yeah.
I
I
didn't
know
know.
what
Well,
you mean.
I'm using
Yeah,
the
I
collective
know,
we.
I
You're
know.
you're part of the American community. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
like you get lumped in with it if you're not doing something
I don't like
about
being
it.
a follower. I don't know. I don't like it.
You don't?
No.
Then why aren't you working for yourself? Why don't you own your own business?
I have in the past.
That's not an answer.
Okay, but I have though. So
Why aren't you still?
because we got bought out, and I was 18 and I took the money and ran. Like,
You dummy.
I know I was fucking stupid, but that's what happened. So I saw the flash cash in front of my little naive 18-year-old eyes, and I took the money,
Elephant Man's
and I bought a
to take
Lexus with it. So
Elephant Man need to take back the schools one teacher at a time. We used to have the greatest minds churning out innovation.
yeah,
I don't think
True.
we're lacking in innovation at this point in time.
we're
I mean,
slipping
it's
for
just the
sure.
direct.
We are
Well,
slipping.
it's not that we're slipping. It's just the directions that we're focused on. Like, okay, for how many have been about creating the best computer processor and the best graphics card. All our technology is focused on things like phones and computers and and all of this activity. And what innovation are we looking for? I mean, are we looking for plants that'll grow without the need for water and soil?
Well, we
You
have
know,
we have something similar, at least without soil. You're familiar with aquaponics, right?
hydroponics, aquaponics, yes.
Aquaponics, yeah, specifically aquaponics, because it like has fish in the tank with the plants that like naturally fertilize the plant. It's really fucking cool, actually.
See, if so when I think about innovation, I'm like, okay, so what, where is our next step? I mean, we're trying to innovate things like, automated vehicles, self-driving vehicles, but people are like, self-driving vehicles, but it's innovation. It's steps forward we're making, but it's not like we're sitting on our ass. The question is who's ahead of us?
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, luckily we're making great strides in space exploration now. We fell behind for a very long time, and
you
then
want to
Elon Musk came along and he was like, "Nah, bitch, I'm putting a car up there. Get fucked."
I'll tell you what I think killed innovation. It killed innovation in this country more than anything,
What's
and
that?
that was be outsourcing to other countries.
Um,
When we stopped producing as much in this country and started sending it out, manufacturing in other places, we're not innovating as much. We're out work, and we're because they want to make the dollar, they want to make more money by doing it cheaper somewhere else. Whereas if it was here producing, when you're actually producing with your own fucking hands,
mhm.
then you're more creative. Then or it, to me that makes sense. But if you send it out somewhere else, well, you're not as hands on with it. You're not concerned
Yeah,
with innovation as much as you are with production. How much are they producing? Are they getting us enough to make us some money, make us our billions?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I can see that. I can see that as being a major factor. I don't think it's the only thing, but
You
it,
hate
it
to
can
see
certainly
it.
be.
Check out chat, boys.
What was that again?
Weed growers were great
The
innovators.
Discord.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Elephant Man's got that point right. Weed growers
Hmm.
were definitely great innovators. For a long time, people were saying like, "Oh, the weed's not stronger now than it was back in the '70s." I disagree. I think it is. Not that I would know,
Robert,
but
care to
Robert might
opine?
know. Yeah, Robert might know, but it does seem like because you're able to, fuck with its genetics, you're able to make it stronger.
Yeah, no, it is actually stronger these days to be, and it's a lot of it has to do with what they treat with. I'll give you an example of where when you talk about weed innovation. I met a guy who had won the lottery to open pot stores here in Florida if they went legal, and he had a guy in a Puerto Rican lab over in Puerto Rico, as it were, who he was like just this genius apparently, and you could tell him a flavor of marijuana that you wanted,
Hmm.
like wanted to take banana split, and this guy can fucking manipulate the seeds and the growth and get a flavor out of the fucking marijuana that you want.
That's
That
awesome. I would love to be tasting
right,
banana split while getting stoned as fuck.
right.
That sounds fucking
I'm
amazing.
I'm like, how does he do it? And he's like, I don't I don't know how he does it. All I know is I can tell him to do something and he can make it happen. Like the
That's
jelly belly of weed.
fucking amazing.
So yeah, but that's, again, you look at Uyghur, that's a hands-on thing, right?
Yeah.
They're there, they're working with it, and it's like, oh, let's get creative because I'm got my hands in the muck and I'm playing with it. I'm creating. Boom. But you farm it out. I'm just going to have them grow shit over there in this country. You don't give a fuck so much about innovation anymore.
Yeah.
Plus, I will say this: we have been very innovative over the last few decades, but the problem is most of it's been military.
Yeah, a
See,
lot of it has been.
there's a lot of innovation that goes on with the military that we don't even realize what they're coming up with and what they're working on, and that's where they're putting all these great minds. Make sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean that's true, but that's also going to be, defense contractors do a lot of really cool stuff. But yeah, I mean they get those sweet government contracts, and then they're just allowed to go crazy, which is awesome for them, I guess. But I mean, as long as it's going to be a state, you might as well defend it. But I mean, and some of the shit they have is really fucking cool. But also, we should have access to it. Just saying. Like, we, the American people, should have access to everything. I want to fly a
So
drone around with an Xbox controller. That'd be badass.
Why are Americans second-class citizens, Robert?
Yeah,
why are we second-class citizens? I'm not.
you are.
I don't
You keep
consider myself that. It's
you
what
one
you
of the
tell
elites?
yourself you are.
Let me ask you something.
I-
If you touch a kid, are you allowed to get away with it? You're a second-class citizen. It's not how that works.
Okay. Nice meme.
It's not a
wait a
meme. That's how that works.
I um so elite means I have the money to get away with whatever I want to. No, I'm not elite. If elite means that I'm happy in my life and I feel free to go do what the fuck I want, I'm pretty much first citizen. It's what I
If
tell
you
my
shoot your neighbor in the
matters.
back after knocking on his door, do you get away with it, Robert, like the police?
Oh, there's the thing. I wouldn't be doing that.
No, I'm not saying you would. Obviously,
Raw.
I'm just saying that could you get away with it? Should you do something like that? You're a second-class citizen. And
No.
Elephant Man, as correctly points out, that Epstein did not kill himself. Absolutely true. He did not.
That's a fact.
Yeah, Harambe killed him. Came back from the dead.
God rest his soul.
Yep.
It all started with that guy.
It really did. It really did, though.
Well, I guess I'm just old because I'm still of the mindset you're no better than me.
Yeah.
You are. I
No,
don't
you're
care how
right.
much.
You're right. I'm not. We're not talking
If
about
Jeff,
you
no,
and
if
me.
Jeff Bezos was standing in front of me, I would tell that to him. You're no better than me. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You're not better than me.
Then he would
You're
laugh
just
and burn.
successful.
He would laugh and burn $10,000 right in front of you.
And that would be great because he would be losing $10,000 and committing a federal crime.
Yeah, that's nothing to him. He doesn't give a fuck. Why should
But
he
I'm
care?
just making a point.
Federal crime, please.
Imagine
see?
committing crime.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
And see, but that illustrates the point. That would prove that I'm better than him because I don't have to resort to childish stupidity to prove my point. Right?
That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of no you.
No, you.
No you. But yeah, I mean, dude, we are second-class citizens. I'm sorry, it's unfortunate, but we are.
Well, if that, I'm still of a mind that myself is what I am.
Right. That's
Yeah.
very postmodern of you, Robert.
Well, that's
don't know how I
There's
feel about
also,
That's-
but there's also said earlier, I'm not out there doing anything that I need elite status to protect myself for.
right. It's not that's not the point, though.
And I think we are confusing elite with corrupt. I mean, I'm just saying.
For the
there's,
record, I didn't say elite, just said second class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the only one who said elite, but that's fine. Yeah, but even then, I mean, there's
you were the
elite-
one that said elite.
No, I didn't, but maybe I don't know. I don't think so, but that's fine.
I know it wasn't me.
Either way, yeah, we're talking about elite
Fuck
versus
that other libertarian.
second class citizen, right?
Well, now, if you want to go by class, yes, I am a second class citizen because I fall into middle class, not upper class or lower class. So technically, me in second class. So yes, if we want to go with the socioeconomic classes, we could go that.
Ed says I'm a fourth class citizen. No, I'm a fourth rate citizen.
No, John just made it through the fourth grade. Is all that is. It's
I did. It was actually probably the grade I did
Barely.
best in, to be honest. No,
Barely.
that was actually the
I'm
grade I
no
did best
good
in.
Nick. I'm a
Fortunately-
no good Nick for dancing in sewer drains.
no good.
Never forget Sky King. True. Fucking mad lad. Sky King.
I don't even know what that is.
Guys, F in the chat for Sky King. Let's do it.
What's Sky? Is that like with a parachute?
No. Remember that guy, I think it was in Seattle, if I'm not mistaken, who stole an airplane, like a little, like, Cessna or some shit, and was flying around, and all the ground control people were trying to get him to come down. He was all calmly like, no, I don't think so. I'm going to try and do a barrel roll. And he, like... Yeah, and, like, he did, like, he's like, I'm going to try and do a couple of things, and then I'm going to just take her down, somewhere nice. So, like...
Was it his plane?
No, he stole a plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's the only bad part about
that's
that.
the only bad part. But he was such a fucking Sky King, dude.
Bad.
What a
Did he
man.
have an aviation?
Nope.
So two crimes.
He just GTA'd that shit and ended exactly like it does in GTA. He ended up crashing into an island where there were no people.
Mm.
Like, he was nice about it, he just crashed into an island instead.
But yay, mad props for criminals. We got to give them love.
Hey, you can't be a criminal if there's no laws.
Yeah. That's a free
Yeah.
bird right there.
Yeah.
That's a big
Yeah.
fan thought.
Yeah, the laws. Then you get to which races.
Yeah, whatever you just said.
Yeah, whatever that was. It's definitely correct.
I'm just saying,
Well,
Darwin
could-
is,
we couldn't hear what you
Darwinism
said.
is. If it goes anarchy, Darwinism is going to kick in, and
Yeah, that's kind of
we'll
the
just-
point.
Whoever has the most toys, i.e., the most people in a race, is going to win.
Mm,
Just
I
saying.
mean, yeah. Well, I mean, if it's like a personal, like if you
We
have, if you
little
have,
faith
if you
in a
have
different
2,000
man.
guns, that's not really going to help you because you can only use one at a time, maybe two if you're dual
You could
wielding
use two.
handguns.
Come on now.
Or if you're doing like, what is it, Kembo, the fucking two AKs
You
or
can
whatever.
use multiple if you set them up remote controlled.
But yeah, okay, yeah, and then you can have your Claymore Roomba, which is
Yep.
pretty fucking awesome.
Do the dirty work.
But even then, like, you can't fuck everybody up.
His sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Everything will go pure tribalism. That's
Right.
all it'll be.
Right
And
here,
if
what
you
Elephant
better- you
Man
better-
said, with all the craziness, one man just wanted to do a barrel roll. That's right, dude. That's right.
Well, he could have done that if he had just paid a guy some money to take him up, and
Yeah,
that's that.
but he was pretty much done with life. So,
I like his way better.
yeah, he was like, fuck it, I'm going out as a fucking
So,
king.
so
And
he
did.
suicided himself. So he was not only a criminal but a coward.
Technically, yeah. I would
Gotcha.
say so, but he went out in a really badass way, so he'll be remembered.
Whatever.
I mean, it was better than just like, taking a bunch of pills and trying to lay in bed and go to sleep. Like a
This I
fucking
just
pussy.
saw something that somebody posted in our Discord. Get a big wow that suicided himself. So they made a fucking NPC with his gamer name. And I'm like, well, that's fucked up. Let's not glorify suicide cowards. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just fucked up.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, yeah, I've got a pretty harsh opinion of people who commit
Same.
suicide. So, yeah.
Right?
I
I
heard
do
many
it. I don't want you
people
guys fucking.
at the dinner table.
I do it. I don't want you guys to make some big deal about making me out to be some hero. I don't want that.
No, I'll just call you a pussy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But like,
Still doesn't mean doing a barrel roll isn't cool.
yeah, barrel rolls are awesome, dude. What do you have against barrel rolls? What the fuck?
Oh, you know what made that barrel roll awesome? Is if the fucker had lived to talk about it.
He did talk about it while he was doing
No,
it, and shortly after.
Very
no,
briefly.
lived to talk about it after the fact, and been like,
He
dude,
lived
I
to do
stole
it.
a fucking airplane and did a barrel roll. I'm in jail
What is
for
it?
1
Yeah,
year.
what bullshit? He's in jail forever for that shit. Ain't
No,
no way.
because
They're
the
burying
pub.
his ass under
Feds
the
don't
prison.
fuck around.
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
No,
no. The
no, no.
public,
They don't fuck
all
around, dude.
of you fucks like would have been like, oh no, he was great, 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 and they would have
The
lessened his fucking
FFA and the
sentence.
mail
Nah,
don't
dude.
fuck around.
Yeah, nah, dude. He was fucked. As soon as he got in that cockpit, he was fucked.
He would have still had all sorts of media for a while, and
What's he gonna
you
do?
know,
Write a book in prison? Like,
yes, and make a bunch of fucking money.
and just sitting in prison forever.
Yes, yes. You know how many fucking guys get book deals in fucking
Okay,
prison?
wait. Here's a good question from Elephant Man here. What laws should we follow, Robert? What laws should we follow?
The ones that don't mess with nap? Question mark.
I mean, that's what I would say, but I'm
Uh,
asking Robert.
the ones that
Like
keep
Robert, who
the
likes
ones that
rainwater.
the ones that keep order.
Okay, but I mean, a lot of things can keep order,
A
Exactly.
a lot of the laws don't keep order.
including we're going to assign a U.S. soldier to stay in your house to make sure that you're not, subverting
That's not
the
that's
government.
against. You know this already.
That's against the Constitution. Oh yeah, that's right. We care about the Constitution now. Yeah,
No,
no.
I'm just saying. I'm just that you can't use that one because
I
people
can.
fight
Even
that
though
with
Robert
the
said that
Constitution.
lady shouldn't have been outside her house and she wouldn't have had to get shot by those cops. But that's just
Who?
me.
What
You,
lady
when
was-
when the riots, the lady was on her porch.
I even said that they shouldn't have shot up on the porch, but they were telling people to get back inside their house. You fucking listen because they're trying to clear up the fucking streets from maniacs running around doing stupid
No, I
shit.
mean, I'm sorry. If I'm on
I
my
heard
porch, fuck
defending
off.
that.
I'm chilling on my
you
porch.
can fuck right off. She
Yeah.
should have blasted his ass.
Yeah, fuck
Straight
that.
up.
You're on
Put
your
bullets
porch.
in him.
You can't tell
she
me
was
to go
at-
inside. I'm on my porch. Fuck off.
She was asking for it. Did you see how she was dressed?
I don't think
Give
she
me
was.
the
I think
money.
she was chilling.
I don't want to hurt you.
I think she was chilling on her
She
porch.
was looking
and
at
that's it.
why the fuck there were soldiers in her fucking neighborhood.
Yeah,
Like she didn't fucking know.
I'd be
It
watching
really didn't
too.
look like
I'd
it.
be
She was
outside
like,
watching
"What the
too.
hell?"
Like if you were there and didn't know what the fuck was going on, then you were just fucking stupid. But they, I mean, I'm sorry if a
Is that
bunch
a
of armed
crime?
if armed people are walking down the street telling me my fucking house, I'm probably going to go in my house and
Aw, man.
load my gun and make sure they don't come in.
Mm-hmm. I think you would
That's-
welcome them in.
Oh, would I?
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, it sounds like yeah.
I
It's
would
like-
quarter. I would quarter the.
You'd give
would
him some
quarter them?
lunch, like a loyalist.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man.
Little
Look,
does
I-
Robert know, he's a
Team
loyalist.
crumpets.
Just FYI, I don't live my life feeling like I'm not free.
I know.
I don't live in a world where I don't feel free.
I know.
I mean,
Don't make.
well, like how the state step on you? It's tax. How are they stepping on you every day?
Okay, taxes.
Position in your life.
First Amendment, Second Amendment,
Well, I'm sorry.
Fourth
How are
Amendment.
they, how
Fifth
how is our
Amendment.
government? What are you saying right now? Are you saying things that would compromise your First Amendment rights? Yes.
Am I right now? No.
Yes, you've been saying you're talking about the state, talking negatively about the
Yeah,
state.
that's within my First Amendment rights. But that's one of the
there's
few
my
thing-
point.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's like you have no freedom of speech. What I'm saying is that the government violates these things a lot.
How have they violated? I'm asking you specifically. How have they violated your First Amendment rights, even in the last week?
I don't think they specifically violated mine, but that's not what I'm talking
Perfect.
about. I'm talking about
Well,
they violate the First Amendment on a regular basis, even if it doesn't happen to me every single time.
YouTube violates the First Amendment.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean that's
it's
the
them.
complicated thing right now is that they're not the government.
Right.
Right. So what we're talking about is the government, though.
And
taking up
where
the
are they
state.
violating your freedom of speech right now? I
Like I
mean,
said, they're not
in a
necessarily
sense, in
violating
the greater
mine.
sense.
Like
I
I
mean,
said, they're not necessarily violating mine, but they are violating the First Amendment on other people at any point in time.
how? Give me an example.
Let's see, because nothing's really coming to mind right at the moment.
If I'm not mistaken, these protests that are going on all over the country are
Mhm.
an excellent example of how they haven't been hamming down on the First Amendment. That shit go on ever, turn into huge
I don't
mass
know
riots
if you
before
ask
finally stepping in.
if you ask them, they're violating their free speech all the time. But
Sure, I'm sure they are.
yeah, but then I mean you're completely missing the other ones too.
But the same
But yeah,
people
just
that are
nothing's
saying their
coming off the
speech is
top.
being, the same people that are hollering that their First Amendment is being violated are asking for rules and regulations to limit your free speech. They want the government to be harder
Wait,
on
who does?
stepping on the. All these people, we got,
Like the rioters and shit or the
the
protesters?
police, right? The thought police, the word police. Words are
Oh yeah,
weapons.
yeah, yeah.
They hurt.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. So
those
now
people are
they,
begging for that, and
right. And is the government capitulating to that?
not at the moment, at least not entirely.
Okay. So that's my point. I don't.
Okay, what about
I
the second and the fourth and the fifth and the 10th?
okay. For the Second Amendment, my wife went and bought a gun recently, and there
Hmm.
was nothing standing in her way except for the standard
Except
3 day
for,
wait to the
Except
standard 3 day
except
wait,
for,
which I'm comfortable with a 3 day wait. Just
doesn't
so
mean
you
it's not a
got
ninety
violation.
2
percent,
days.
Doesn't mean it's not a violation.
90% of are fine with it.
Just
Help
because you're okay with the whip, Robert, doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
it. Look, a regulation that helps keep guns out of hands of people that shouldn't have
That
them,
Does
doesn't.
it?
or
Does it?
yes,
Does
because
it?
get this. Let me ask you this. If
Mhm.
a guy goes in to buy a fucking gun so he can go kill this son of a bitch today and he has to wait 3 days, and at the end of that 3 days, he's not in the mood to go kill that motherfucker anymore, guess what? That 3 day waiting period worked.
Okay, great.
Does it
Or you can
though?
just go down the street and get it from somebody who has a bunch of them.
Oh, do you know somebody like that, John? You can
Or
just
you
go
I
pick
could
up a
go
gun
commit
that
I
easily?
crime
used
like
to.
you already
I
want
don't
to.
now, but I used to. Yeah, when I was
This
younger.
black market gun idea,
Yes.
not that it's
Yes.
not that easily
It's
attainable.
extremely easy. Yes.
All right, I'll tell you what. Here's your challenge, John. I'll give you 48 hours. Get a gun in your hands.
Okay.
I can reach over right now.
You want to pay for it? Because
No,
I don't really have the money for it. So I mean, if you want to pay
point.
for it, I'll do it.
And I'm not talking
Can
about
we
getting
have your
it
Trump
through
bucks?
legal. I'm not talking about getting it through legal means. I'm
No,
talking
I
about
know.
go.
I can't get it through legal means in 48 hours. It would be a 3-day waiting period.
But you
I
can
think
get it
it is,
otherwise,
too.
right?
I don't know the guy anymore. I'm pretty
Well,
sure. In
you
fact, I'm
know,
pretty sure he got arrested.
if they're
So,
that easy to get, you don't have to really know a guy at all. You just have to find a guy. And apparently, if it's that easy to get them, you should be able to do that, right?
yeah, I'm sure if I looked around, I could probably find somebody. Yeah.
Right. But I can guarantee you, looking around and trying to get your hands on a gun is going to take just as long as a 3 day waiting period at a fucking gun store.
I mean, maybe,
I
but there
mean,
won't be
I
a
don't have
serial
to wait
number
3
on the
days.
gun. The serial
So,
number will be scratched off.
Oh, okay, good.
And yeah,
Good.
so it won't be traced back to me. So I mean, that's a good thing at least, right?
As long as you're good with all the DNA, fingerprints, these kind of
You wear
things, and make
gloves,
sure
man.
that you no evidence behind. Nobody will
But is
ever
he
know
an
that you did the
amateur?
shooting.
I know, right?
Yes.
I am
Yeah,
actually. I've
are
never
we
murdered.
all?
Yeah, I've never murdered anybody, so I would be an amateur, and I wouldn't be getting paid for it. So that would be the definition of an amateur. So yeah. Wait, what's actually an argument for state-run police, Elephant Man? I don't know. I don't know which part. But yeah, let me go take a piss really quick. I will BRB.
Yeah, figures. Drunk.
Ooh, got him.
Yeah, but he had his headphones off. He didn't hear it. So, it's the
Is it
secret. It's
really
the
count?
secret. No, it's the secret got him. We can laugh at him, but he'll never know why. Those are kind of my favorite. Now, I don't know. I mean, so tell me, do you, Commissioner, do you feel stepped on by the state time? Are there things you're doing on a daily that you're feeling stepped on?
Hold on. I'm playing the video games. I will answer.
Oh. Now
You
see,
guys were on parole. Oh no.
Elephant Man says First Amendment is being violated by private companies, and I have to agree with you on that. So much. But there's absolutely nothing to do about that because they are not governed by the Constitution. They're private companies and they can make their rules and do what they want. And that's supposed to be the beauty of private companies, isn't it?
Correct. Oh, my game crashed. God damn it. Oh well.
That wasn't my fault. It's your shitty internet.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't internet. It's just I think the game.
Let me blame it on the internet. I'm doing that tonight. I'm blaming everything on the internet tonight.
Oof. Let me turn on.
I would have to say that if anybody in this chat like felt any kind of state overbearance on a regular basis, it might be Saint.
No, I do. When government has land that I can't go anywhere.
Where is that? I mean, are you talking about areas where it's private
Like the
property?
woods. No, like government. Quote unquote property.
That's right. So,
Like one of our state parks just got closed, question mark, because an employee got the Rona. Even though
Well-
when I'm quote unquote at these for public areas, I never see these people.
well, but you
I'm
know that's
regularly
just
harassed by police.
you're
for
regularly.
existing.
Well, I mean, is that because you of the color of your skin?
No, they're brown. I'm in Texas, my guy. Get with the times. It's not brown. It's not brown, white, black.
So
fucking
what are
Asian,
you
it's blue versus you?
Yep.
So what are you doing, causing them to mess with you?
Wow,
so much?
nice victim blaming there.
Nothing. Yeah, Robert. Why is there got to be a victim? Why can't I just be existing?
I'm just asking you. What are you
Asshole's
doing
not an
that's drawing
asshole.
attention? I mean, is what I'm saying. And are you going out in public? I mean,
My
who the
skirt
fuck-
was too high.
why the fuck are you going out in public if you know it's going to draw attention?
'Cause fuck
I
'em.
wasn't in public. I was in the water drain, the storm drain, exercising.
Private property again. See, there you go.
Not private,
It's not.
public.
It's public. Yeah.
Uh,
That's
who-
why.
who-
That's why they got
Correct,
their.
idiot.
That's why they got
Uh,
their fucking panties in a twist because he was on public property doing things that they didn't like. I guess I don't know.
You can't fuck around in
Existing.
infrastructure because that's not part of public property.
You need a dominant
Sure you
public
can.
force with accountability. I think you mean police force, Elephant Man, but I don't know.
No, he's talking about a
Existence is
dominant.
futile.
He's a dominant public force, like self-policing. I think is what he's referring to with
I think
accountability.
that's what he means.
Maybe, yeah. First
But,
Amendment
you know-
is being violated by private companies. I agree with that. However, I don't think they have to care.
No,
Of,
they
cour-
don't.
of
They're
course, they
private companies.
should care, but I don't think. Yeah, they don't have
You just
to
shouldn't
care.
get fed money, but
That's
you know,
absolutely
they do.
true. They should. If they're getting fed money, you better fucking get with the Constitution.
Get in
Otherwise,
line.
get fucked. But yeah, and that's the thing is all those places that do violate the First Amendment do get fed money, and they're publicly traded companies. So
But see, that's just it. I mean, it's not like the Fed is doing anything but leaving these open doors for for companies to reach out and get fucking money for nothing. It's like
chicks
fucking
for free.
it's like another social program at work that like
Elephant Man, that's
every
cute.
every can reach out and get money from every
But yeah,
can
Robert,
be
is my
subsidized.
state in disarray because I don't have a 3-day waiting period?
Yeah, dude,
Probably-
it's so
I doubt
fucked.
it.
Is it?
It's
is
so
that, is that an
fucked.
order law? So that just defeats your point of it being an order law. It's not. It's arbitrary.
Well, most laws are arbitrary, yeah.
That is correct.
With the exception of things like murder and theft, it's pretty much arbitrary.
I don't know, man. That plane
Even
was
s-
pretty cool.
Yeah. It was cool. That's what. Yeah. So, but yeah. Other than those two things, it's pretty much arbitrary.
I'm just gonna put it. A 3-day period doesn't stop you owning guns.
It doesn't stop you, no, but it infringes on your ability to.
Oh, well, sure. Anything will infringe on
Thank you.
a right. Anything you do is going to infringe on a right.
That's not true.
The only
Do
way
you not see that? How does that compute in your head? How do you square
that anarchy is not the solution. The
A
Constitution
voluntary
needs to be
exchange
rewritten.
of goods is anarchy? Okay, man.
Well, that's what we were talking about. To be
It's
fair,
suddenly out
we
of
were.
order? No, it is ordered. He has a thing. I got things to give him for that thing. Boom, orderly.
Yeah.
Do you think all of them are gonna end in fucking gunfights and robberies? Because that's how I
No,
feel.
no. It is
Yeah, you're so scared of this quote unquote disorder.
it's the population amount. We've got too many people, too many fucking idiots out there.
Well, it's
We've
not.
got. How do you keep all of the idiots in control without some sort of
So
regulation?
it's not that
Kill them
we.
with
It's
your
not that
gun?
we have
Question
too many
mark?
people, because we have a ton of space in this country. The problem
It
is that
is.
all the people are in one place, or all the people are
It's
in a couple of places. And
it
that's about it.
that's no. It's the fact that you have one government that's got to control, that has to keep order amongst so many people.
Why does one government have to do it? Why can't
You.
New
Because
York's
we're a
government deal?
country.
Why can't New York's government deal with New York crime and New
Because
York's
we're
issues, and why can't Florida or Orlando take care of
because
its own issues, as
because
opposed
we're
to
not the indi-
all of us having one rule?
because
When
we're not the independent countries of North America.
that's
We
how
are the
it's supposed to work.
United
That's what the Tenth
United
Amendment.
States
That's what
of
Fucking
America.
The
lies.
10th Amendment is exactly that. That's what that's
It
how
is
we are
that.
supposed to run. We are supposed to run as 50
At
independent
base,
states
everyone's
with
supposed to follow the Constitution, and then
yeah,
from there, you do whatever you want.
right.
Right. And did you hear what I said? I didn't say independent states. I said we're not independent countries. We're United States. Yes, you can be independent, and most states have their own independence. Look at fucking Colorado. They've got legal weed, which is against federal law.
Yeah.
So the
And that's
independence
one of the
is-
few good things that Obama did is stop the DEA from going into those places and taking down weed shops.
um, the
Now
coronavirus
they
is
just
another
close them down.
example of independence in states. Every state is doing different things with lockdowns or no
Yeah.
lockdowns, mask restrictions,
You
without
tell
restrictions.
that to the many
These-
millions that got unemployed by the government.
Okay, so the government didn't tell states to lock down. States locked down.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't.
I mean, the government didn't say all 50 of you states locked down for the coronavirus. Every
No, that's
state
true.
made their own choices, and that's people out of work,
Yeah,
not
I mean
the federal
that's
government.
that's how the 10th Amendment is supposed to work.
Right.
Yeah, so
So,
what happened
what-
with that is
Imagine
is a
letting
good
the
thing.
state tell you can't work. It's disgusting.
But that's your state. That's
Yeah.
not the state. That's not the federal government telling you
they're
that.
both the state.
it's just
Okay,
different levels
They're both
of
rungs.
it's like yeah, exactly. It's like a ladder. That's a good analogy for it. It's like a ladder. They're different rungs of the same ladder, though.
Right. And no matter how far down, how small of a state you get to, even if you go down to the county or city ordinance around
too big.
over the well, you want to live in a village of 10 people?
No,
I mean,
100,
my bitch had more than
150,
10 people.
150 probably. I would say is a good amount.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to. I mean, if communes are such a great idea, why the fuck aren't there more of them, and why aren't they larger scale than they are?
Because people are brainwashed by the state to perpetuate it and be in it.
Yeah.
I would argue that many people are not only brainwashed by the state, but they're also brainwashed by their own ideologies.
Yeah, I don't know about brainwash, but there's certainly, yeah. I mean, there's certainly a lot of propaganda when it comes to any ideology, really.
Dank memes.
Dank memes are actually an incredible way of, I guess, trying to convince people of your side, or at least getting people to look into things.
Well, that
Hopefully,
and it's a more subtle propaganda machine because it's using
yeah,
humor.
right. Which is extremely effective. Humor is
That's
probably
why
one
we
of the
always
most
sound like we're
effective.
being funny, even though we're like dead serious.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because it
It's
is
also
funny. It's fucking clown world shit.
Well, it's also, well, the thing is, the left can't meme, so
Yeah.
they're losing that war.
Oh, Spartacus, you do know that you're live right now, right? On YouTube.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, just making sure you knew because I don't want you to
Yes.
jump in here and be like, oh no, I didn't want to be recorded. So I'm just letting you
Oh
know.
no.
Oh no, my the guy
What will I
who
do?
runs another podcast is live on YouTube. Whatever will he do?
No, I'm
As
just
if
making
the
sure that
fans
you're
already
aware
didn't
that
know what
right
it
now
looked like.
you're live.
No, I was not aware,
Uh,
but I'm perfectly fine with it.
All right, cool. I've got your
Now, see,
consent now. Can't
Elephant
back out.
Man,
Here, I will even type out my consent in general, so you have it in writing.
No, it's fine. It's recorded. That's all I
Okay.
It's recorded. It's a verbal agreement.
Yep.
This will hold.
need.
now in the chat, Elephant Man states our countries. He says from Webster, a politically organized body of people usually occupying a definite territory, especially one that is sovereign. And that is, I think, the key there that keeps them states and not countries because they don't have sovereignty. Our states don't
so,
have
okay, so
that.
hang on, because we're talking about two different versions of state, right? We're talking about the state as in like a province, basically, and then we're
right,
talking
well,
about the state as in like the government that
Right, but
controls
he's
you. So
going
those
back
are
to
two
the
different
conversation where we were
definitions of
talking 50 versus 50. He's talking about that 10th Amendment thing you were talking about,
Yeah.
independent states,
that
etc.
pesky 10th Amendment.
The
But,
Saint, wait,
amendments.
Saint, you can only hear Robert on YouTube. That's weird.
Oh shit.
I mean, no, because we can hear. I can hear him in Discord. That's how I'm hearing him right now.
I can hear
Oh,
him, but
because
he's
Saint's not even in the Discord. That's why. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. So that totally makes sense why you can only hear him on YouTube because you're not in the Discord.
well, I can
anymore.
hear him, but he's breaking up a bit.
Yeah,
on my
his
end, at
internet sucks. That's why I'm live
Okay.
on my own at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elephant Man says a state is sovereign, but I'm trying to. Okay, are we? Let's look
Yeah,
at the
it's
definition of
semi-sovereign.
sovereignty because sovereignty speaks to a lot more independence than
Yes.
a state has, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Well, sovereignty is just like to paraphrase, right? I don't know the exact dictionary definition, but to paraphrase, sovereignty is the ability to do whatever you want without someone else telling you otherwise. So your ability to make your own rules, or just make your own way.
Right. Sovereignty is supreme or authority, the authority of a state to govern itself or another state, a self-governing state. Okay, so now that, in my opinion, that definition is not referring to a state as we think about it from the state standpoint, but more
As a
a
government entity.
state, a self-governing body.
All right,
Right.
Robert.
I-
you win.
well,
let's
no.
take some action. Let's find a ghost town and move into it. Come to Texas.
Now,
Fuck
I'll
that.
tell you what,
Piece of
that's
shit.
not a bad idea. Well,
Yeah.
why are there so many ghost towns in Texas? You guys have things
Those are old
spread
like
out.
mining towns and shit.
Spread the fuck out. You got a huge state. Why do you have population densities? Spread the fuck out, folks.
Well, they have.
I
for the
don't
most-
disagree with you.
Yeah.
Wait, well, I know what we can do. We can find that ghost town that they use for Kid Nation. I mean, it's a national monument at this point,
Yes,
right?
dude. I fucking loved that show. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what.
That
You know,
show slapped.
going back to what was said about innovation, I will say this. I think that as populations would spread out more if we would get off our ass and introduce bullet trains in the country to where you can get 3 states away in an hour and a
I
half.
agree with that.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Right?
I'm down.
I've been on the
I can
train.
get to New York in about that, and I live in Maryland.
Oh, you're right next to it. Fuck off.
You're basically already there. Come on. I'm
No,
just
they
fucking around.
actually do have a pretty train system up there. Now, how fast are they though? As far
They're
as
not
you
that
say,
fast.
Well, looking.
They're
let me-
not
I can
bullet
pu-
train fast.
Well, yeah, they're not bullet train fast. There's also like a dozen stops. So
Gay.
See,
Are
the-
you talking
see-
about like the Amtrak?
yeah,
Okay, yeah, so you can even bring your car with you, which is pretty badass.
but what's interesting
Very
about those
cash
things,
money.
and
Oh, yeah.
Florida was an excellent example of that, where it's not about the state that from happening? It's fucking people. We put a sunrail here. It took forever for them to get it approved. And it was supposed to go all the way from where we're at in O-Town, here in O-Town, all the way out to the coast, western coast in Tampa.
Yeah.
And they stopped it because people were like, no, not in my backyard, not in my backyard, not in my backyard. People shut it down.
Well,
from
eminent
becoming
domain is a
something-
bitch, to be fair.
What?
Eminent domain.
is not cash money.
Yeah, that is a total bitch. Total bitch
Um,
move.
Again, you own nothing, Robert. Remember
Yeah.
that.
You own
But see,
nothing.
that's where I think people make the mistake with the Sunrail, because one thing that we do have here that does generate cash money is a shit ton of tourists. We get them
Yes.
all the time, and if they could jump on a train and go 30 minutes to the
Wow.
fucking
For a
beach,
voluntary action
And
that
also-
didn't require the state.
And also, hang on, because also to be fair to the Sunrail, a lot of it runs on existing rails. So
yeah, but there
not all of it, but most of it.
there were but
is on
there's a
existing
lot
rails.
of the rails to get out there were already in place.
That's
It
what I'm
was
saying.
the fact
Yeah.
That's
people
what he said.
didn't. Oh, okay, yeah. People don't want. They don't want the bad elements coming out to them and getting in their neighborhoods. You know, oh well, no, we don't want the crime that your train is going to bring, because you know it's going to be a crime train.
Well,
It's the
That
highway
sounds-
code.
that sounds pretty awesome.
I mean, it's not the
Crime
best
train.
argument, but in defense of that, it seems like a lot of stuff does go down around train stations.
But that's
yeah, train stations.
that doesn't
and-
have to be
well,
the.
But we also have bus stations, which are really seedy too. So I don't
Yeah.
think it's that much different to add trains to it.
But if properly handled, I lived in Atlanta, and
Properly handled. Handle yourself. Grab
I
guns.
mean-
Don't be alone.
Well, so no, you're
In-
right though, Robert, about Atlanta's.
Atlanta's rail system was
yeah,
one of the
it's really
safest
fucking
rail
good.
systems in the country. You go out
Never
on the
been.
you can get
Please
shot
elaborate.
in the ghetto, but you know, get on the train and you were safe. You could, you know, there was a little crime on their transit, and
That's
it
pretty dope.
shocked me.
Saint
So,
says,
you
"All
know-
aboard the crime train, toot toot." Yeah, man.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. That's
But
funny.
you know, it's amazing how people step on
In the
progress
ghetto.
equally as much as the government can.
Yeah,
Equal
but so
progress.
this is
What's
the
that?
problem, right, with that word progress. What is progress?
Progress is facts.
Forward momentum, in my
Okay,
opinion.
what is forward?
Uh,
Right, so, that's the problem with
try
like.
it would have brought more money forward. Equally,
Yes.
was the first start.
No, that's true.
Imagine
It would
thinking
bring
that's
it would
what
no,
you
it
need
would
to-
it would bring more money to the state, right? Not to you and
the
me, but to the
state.
state. The state would bring in more.
Well,
money.
it would bring money into your local municipality too. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got Sunrail running
The
to you.
state.
I do, yeah.
Your county
It's a
generates
station
money
within
from the
walking
rail.
distance. Yeah,
It costs extra to come to your county.
but it costs
'cause your
extra.
Your county takes $1 off my train fare. They add an extra $1 to come county.
Ha. Get
So your
fucked.
county is generating
Get
$1 off of every train
Get
ride that comes
rigged.
there.
Epic. Yeah, I mean, I've got that station that's like within walking distance
Mhm.
from me.
But I can go like on most of the rail. It costs me $2 to ride. If I want to come out to your county, $3.
Ha! Get fucked. That's awesome. No, I actually didn't know that. That's funny.
Yeah. So there's money going into your coffers there in your
Not my
county, into your
coffers.
infrastructure,
I
into
thought
your
about going
infrastructure,
to
whatever they do
Chicago
with
on
it.
a train this year.
Dude,
And
don't
then
do
it's not
either of those two things. How dare you? That's a
I'm sorry.
terrible idea.
I just
one
wanted
of
to
the
take
things
the train.
one of the things
I've
we
never
need to
been on
demand for
trains.
every train and bus station is an ED 209.
What?
Wait, what? ED two.
I didn't hear you.
The giant robot
that
from
means.
Terminator from RoboCop 1.
RoboCop, yes.
Oh Jesus!
Gotcha.
Wow,
Yeah.
dust that one off.
Oh,
Holy
hey.
shit! Damn.
You're breaking the law. You have 5 seconds
Yeah,
to
I've never
comply.
been-
Yeah,
on
you have 5
trains.
seconds to comply. That was such a good, shitty movie. I loved that movie.
80s movies were the best.
Oh yeah, they were fantastic.
Robert,
been-
what made Atlanta's train safe? I don't know anything about Atlanta.
Because they had their own police force, MARTA had their own security / police. They were qualified as police officers, and they were constantly in the stations. They were constantly on the trains. They were at bus stations. They were all over the place. Now, that's not to say that, you don't go to some sketchy areas. Like I remember going on a bus. I was going somewhere and I got on the wrong bus and I was going roundabout and we wound up going to the ghetto. I was the person on the fucking bus. And the bus driver's like, I got to stop here, catch up on my time because he was ahead of time. And he's like, I'm going to get out here. He said, but do me a favor. Don't get off the fucking bus here. He said, you don't get off the bus here. You're safe in the bus. Don't get off the bus. I'm like, okay.
I guess.
But no, they incorporate their.
The only thing, so from what you're explaining to me, it sounds like what the left would call a police state is the only way for this to work.
Well, all I know is that having their own police force, not relying on the state, the city for police, they maintain
So
safety.
you're saying people can do better than the state? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Robert?
I'm just saying
Do
they
you not see
they
that?
had it.
Got
I'm just
him,
saying they had it.
Robert.
I'm
Right,
just
Robert?
saying they made it safe. They
Got
I
him.
kept
let
it
you I
safe.
let you go down that rabbit hole, Robert. That's
And
the life.
clean. And that's the other thing. Clean as a fucking whistle. I could go into any train station in Atlanta. Everyone I walked into was always clean.
Wow, you
Shit
mean
sitting
being
around-
able to fire people actually makes them do their job?
Right.
Yeah, you can't do that for government work. It's extremely hard to fire someone from a government job. They
Yeah.
basically have to say the N word. Like that's
Well,
about
even
it.
then, it's like, do you
Even
get a
then.
pass? I mean, apparently Biden's got a pass
He
now.
might.
So.
Well, yeah,
He's got
Biden's
that.
always had a pass. Yeah,
He got
Well,
a
I think he was
nigga
officially given a pass by somebody. I mean,
it was Charlemagne the God.
No, it was someone else.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah, you
got
can
that.
get-
Which,
can
by the
get rid-
way, unpopular opinion, I do like the Breakfast Club radio show. I don't
I
agree
like
with
the
everything they
movie.
say. Yeah, the movie's great. But no, I'm talking about the radio show that Charlemagne the God's on. It's actually a decent show. Despite the leftist propaganda, it's actually a pretty decent show. Just saying.
Okay, this is so I just did a quick internet search for Biden gets N-word pass,
Uh-huh.
and first thing that pops up is Joe Biden quoted N-word 13 times during the 85 hearings.
Oh, nice. So why isn't he canceled yet? I thought that was a bad thing, wasn't it?
Because he's Joe Biden and he forgot this message.
Wait, did you say that was from 1985?
Yep.
So, been appropriated point, so it was still okay to say.
Doesn't
Bro, I
matter.
heard
No, it doesn't
something-
matter, dude. If
Uh,
Robert the
I-
Bruce
what
is
matters?
racist, then I'm sorry, Biden does not get a pass. You
The
can't have
80s were
both.
the 80s were a much looser time, babe.
It doesn't
I'm just
matter.
saying.
Doesn't
Side
matter.
note, I read something that Buttigieg's plane got off by where Biden is? Question mark.
Wait, what
Got
about
what?
what about butt stuff?
That butt stuff got off a plane nearby wherever Biden's at right now.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
That's what I read. I have to look at the thing again.
So
Wow.
you're saying they're f***ing?
Probably.
I'm not saying they're not,
I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah.
but I definitely did see an ad yesterday that said his VP was going to be a woman, so now I'm very confused.
Well, it's possible that Buttigieg is gonna
I mean, he
like
could
put
be
a
going for
dress
another
up as a
job.
12-year-old girl and just be
Be
aromatherapy
sniffed.
for Biden.
Yeah, he could be
Get
sniffed.
sniffed.
Yeah,
He'll be
get
his-
sniffed, fucker. Like, that's funny. I'm
Oh,
gonna start using that. I'm gonna start using that now. Get sniffed,
Quick minor
bitch.
interjection. Yeah, I
It's-
found who the person who gave him the pass. It was Joy Reid.
Joy Reid,
Yep.
she qualified.
I doubt it, but apparently,
Apparently, it's okay. Whatever. All right.
But sadly, it does beg the question: why did you need to say it that many times? Why did you even need to say it one time? Right? Because there's a lot of words you could stick in there besides that.
Yeah.
I
know,
kind of
it's
want.
crazy.
I kind of want to read the transcripts to find out the context.
Context doesn't matter. We all know that.
I realize that, but I guess see what sentences, what structure he said it.
Yeah. No. I mean, I would be curious to find out as well. But yeah, I mean, we all know the context is irrelevant, and Biden needs to be canceled. And if he was a real ally, he would step down from the candidacy right now. I challenge him to step down right now.
No, because we need Kamala Harris as our vice president.
Well, our
God.
president, you mean? Yeah.
Well, whatever. Yeah, I mean, you know,
I mean,
it's a
whoever,
transition.
whoever ends up the VP is going to be president within 3 months.
Right
at the
now,
outside.
now, let me ask this, okay? And I get that I get Biden's age, but
I don't think
is
anything
he?
makes him do it.
Would that make him president in history? Like coming in at what is he? 77 now?
Some shit like that. Yeah, he's old as fuck. He's older than you,
He's old
Robert.
as fuck.
It's
I mean,
kind of ridiculous.
I mean, shouldn't we? Why aren't we just as concerned that Trump's going to bite the bullet before he can
Oh,
make
I
it to
am.
another term?
You
Because
think I'm
honestly,
not?
I think Trump's healthier than Biden. I mean, it's not just about.
As
it's
far
not-
as mentally, sure,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. He
He's
is.
got,
Because-
he's got
I don't.
health problems.
Yeah, I don't know about. Yeah, I don't know about physically.
I wouldn't be shocked
mean,
if
as
he
much
had a fucking stroke tomorrow.
I mean, let's say
I mean,
as
Biden-
I,
Biden's
I
kind of
don't-
yoked, dude. I don't know. For his age, he's kind of yoked. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
I think
also-
nothing upstairs.
Physically, he's better. There's just there's nothing up there mentally.
With all the
Well-
fucked up ads I'm seeing, that tells me he's literally incapable of doing a straight fucking take.
Yeah.
Like, he is just that fucked up at speaking. And I've seen him speak well.
So hang on, we have something from Woodchuck here, which I think is funny. He says, "I've yet to confirm, but Biden supposedly said he sits on the toilet backwards and eats his cereal off a tank. I wish I was joking. Apparently, he not only said it but doubled down. First of all, that
I
is
respect
actually
it, to be
efficient.
honest.
Yeah, that's efficient, which is nice to see in government. Some efficiency.
You don't
I
get
mean,
that a
he's
lot.
saving a few $1,000s that way.
Yeah, I mean,
Big
you can
props.
shit and eat at the same time. I mean, you're not supposed to shit where you eat, but government. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You can only ask for so much.
Government gonna govern. So
Well, he's not shitting where he eats. He's eating where he shits.
it's the same thing. I mean,
No. It's two different things. It's about context.
I'm Joe Biden, and goats are like mushrooms.
God.
If you shoot a duck, I'm scared of toasters. Yeah, that's true. He did say that.
Now
That's
you
funny.
can.
Good.
I was going to say you have to admit though, like watching Trump speak, the different, when he's not on teleprompter. I mean, he does have some moments where you're like, is there some dementia kicking?
I think it's less so because Biden can't finish.
I feel
a
like more
sentence.
he's trying to like change, like hold his tongue, and in some cases not, and like
He-
pick the right
Yeah.
Well,
words.
I have the same problem. You're hearing me stammer a bit. I never used to have that problem. I'm thinking faster than I speak
Right, that's my problem too. Is thinking faster than you can speak.
because I know what I'm going to say 5 sentences from now, and then I'm stumbling over the first one.
Exactly, I have the
That's-
same fucking
I-
issue.
I
It's
I
so
hear ya.
fucking shitty. It's such a bad feeling because it's like I sound like an idiot, but I'm not. I
Robert,
promise.
In our ghost town society, do you want to take your old job and be the radio host?
Dude, you should do it.
But
No.
Or-
No, if
Do
if,
it.
if
Be the
I were
radio
if I
host.
were
Do
to,
it.
if I were to go live in a ghost
pirate
town,
radio.
I'm going to be the madam.
Fuck
I'm going to run the brothel,
yeah,
But video killed the radio star.
right?
it did. Video killed the radio.
What do we know?
star.
And what do we know about that song? What do we know about that song? What's the trivia fact associated with that song? Anybody?
I got nothing. I know that's a
No,
good
I,
song.
I know you told me before, and I totally.
The
forgot.
very-
that
that
was
was-
the very first MTV.
Very
music
first
video.
video
Yeah.
MTV played. Yes.
Yeah,
Wait,
I got
wait,
there.
Wasn't it? No, wait, wasn't that Money for Nothing?
No, Video Killed the Radio Star was the very first
It
video
was.
they played, and because it was appropriate, right? It was a Hallmark kind of thing for them. But yeah, that was their first.
Okay, sorry. So Money for Nothing was still one of the earliest. I think it was the biggest one they had until Michael Jackson's earliest.
until
one.
whatever
Thriller.
Thriller. Yeah, I was blanking on the name for some reason. Unpopular opinion. I don't think that's his best song. I don't think it's.
No.
I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's his
Oh,
best
no.
song.
Oh no,
Thriller's
Mike,
not, no. It's just the most popular.
It because
Actually-
it was groundbreaking. The music video particularly was groundbreaking.
oh yeah.
So I'll give him
but-
that, but I don't think it was his
Well,
best song.
Well, Take on Me. That was like supposed to be one of the most groundbreaking when
Oh,
they put
yeah.
that one out.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was.
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
it
dude,
was.
that shit was lit.
The music video is awesome. The song I'm not a big fan of,
I
but
love
Oh,
the song.
the
I
music
used to
come
video
on,
is
love it.
awesome.
John.
I also like the video.
Take on me. Take
I like the
on
video
me,
follow up,
take
but it's another song. The sun always shines on TV.
I haven't heard that. I don't think.
Yeah, I haven't
Well,
heard it either.
At the beginning of
Does
the
it ring a bell?
in the beginning of the music video for the song "The Sun Always Shines on TV," it actually shows like the conclusion to the "Take on Me" video. It becomes
Oh.
it becomes a bad ending.
Gotcha. Nice.
The guy becomes a sketch again and runs off and disappears.
Mm.
So yeah, no happy ending, and then the sun always shines on TV.
Hey, I'm just gonna say it. The best show ever on MTV was Headbangers Ball.
Nah, dude,
Fight me.
Beavis and
Fight
Butthead.
me.
I will fight you, Beavis
No.
and Butthead.
Did you ever watch Headbangers Ball, cunt?
Don't need to. Beavis
Yeah.
and Butthead exists. Therefore, your point is invalid.
Headbangers Ball was the shit. But now remember, this was before they actually stopped being a video and started being channel.
Well, I was too young for Headbangers Ball,
I'm
But I could-
sorry.
but I could sneak some Beavis and Butthead in it.
That's what I did. I had to choose whether I wanted to watch professional wrestling or Beavis and Butthead, and my dumbass chose Beavis and Butthead. So
But did it ever bother you or dawn on you that you were watching a music television
yeah,
channel
the irony
that was
didn't
showing
escape me.
shows? You know the
No.
you know Cartoon Network doesn't show cartoons anymore. They
Well,
have
I mean, I'm sure
live
they show.
action shows.
I'm sure
They do occasionally, but
I'm sure they
No, they
mostly
haven't.
have cartoons and then have a few live action.
Okay,
things.
as someone who grew up during that time period,
Yeah,
uh,
same.
Cartoon Network for a while did get rid of most of their animated lineup and did live action stuff. But when the ratings started dropping like a rock, they kind of took
Right.
the script on that one.
because they were going to pull an MTV and they were going to have a
Yes.
second Cartoon
Ooh.
Network like MTV did a second MTV to finally have videos again because people were like, "What happened to all the videos?"
Hang
You
on,
know,
real
and
quick.
so they're like,
Real quick, I want to adjust the chat. Firstly,
No.
Saint says "Smooth Criminal." Yes, that is
Yeah.
one of his top 3 songs, I would say. And then Elephant Man says "Money for Nothing" was 1987. MTV started in 1981.
Okay, I take it back then. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not. I assume it is. I think Elephant Man is
It's
a
true.
trustworthy person, so
"It's
What
I
it's
don't
true."
think I don't think he would have a motive to lie about that. So I'll trust him on that.
In my defense, I was born in '86, so it was all pretty much before my
Oh
time.
man, you're older than me. Oh
I
shit.
grad-
Robert, you need to watch Kid Nation if you haven't watched it,
Why?
because you're gonna coom with all the order being enforced.
Damn.
Yeah,
All
I
the
mean,
order.
because we could probably do a reboot of that
They could, and I would want to be on it.
No, I want to take lefties, throw them out in the middle of nowhere, and see how they survive.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. The Most Dangerous Game, but with lefties instead of like some dude. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that book. It was a fantastic book.
I am.
Most Dangerous Game. So good.
Wait. Now, see, now that's an idea for politicians,
Yeah, that too. Fuck
What?
yeah, put them out there.
right?
Oh,
instead
yeah.
instead of instituting term limits,
Hunt
you
the
say,
rich.
okay,
Survive,
you
bitch.
you serve for 4 years, and then you've got to run this gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And and if you survive that, you get to serve another 4 years. If not, somebody else will be elected in your place.
Fuck yeah, sounds good to me, man. I could deal
Let
with
me
some
see if I
state
can
doing
actually
that.
watch this show.
I,
Oh
I-
my god, yes.
I could absolutely. It's only if it's televised. It needs to be televised and live streamed.
The revolution is being televised.
Elephant
I know,
says
right?
Elephant Man says Michael Jackson had to pull teeth to get on MTV.
How many?
Well, he was already pulling teeth because he prefers that they gum him instead of bite him.
I mean,
the
to be
little
fair
blowj.
though, I fucking hate teeth like that. So, I mean, I'm not against a gum job. Sorry,
A little nibble's not bad.
I don't like that. I don't like any of it.
Soft scrape, like that soft scrape.
No, no.
Not biting, just
Nope.
that
Nope.
that drag.
Nope.
No, you
None
have
of
a new
it.
penis then.
A baby,
Ah.
but no. None of that.
Bro, I'm reading the descriptions of the Bonanza episodes and I just want to scream.
What's wrong with Bonanza?
No, or the Kid Nation episodes. They're
okay.
in Bonanza City.
Oh,
That's where the show is.
I thought you were talking about Bonanza, the old show.
No, not Bonanza.
Like, wait, we weren't even talking about that show.
We weren't talking about that.
Elephant Man says, "You people." What do you mean by "you people"? That's
Yeah, what do you
fucking
mean, you
racist, dude.
people?
What the fuck?
Look,
We're all
I am not.
booming,
Look, I'm not
bitch.
people. Okay, I am.
What
Purple-
is this conversation saying?
I am Truck Coon from 2018 anime.
Saint, we're shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've actually gone over half an hour overtime, but that's all right. I'm down.
Just be careful you
We
don't get
started
caught in the
late.
crossfire.
Yeah, we started way late, so this is all like an extra for you guys, you know.
No, I mean, you guys started late. I'm just here.
Well, no, I'm saying this is also for you. You're on the show right now. Don't you feel special? You should
I mean,
feel
I've
very
been on
special.
before, so, you know.
Well, you know, you actually have good connection this
Don't want
time.
to toot my horn.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, oh, I've been on the generational gap. I've finally made it.
Right? Dude, get your own fucking show.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. It's where I get to hash out my
Fuck off.
ideas.
You're
with
not a
bitching
no. You're not a
statements.
real libertarian until you have your own podcast.
Yeah. Well, I'm on a podcast, so that's pretty fucking libertarian.
Is it? Is it really?
Yep. That's
Huh.
the swindle. I don't have to start it. I just join it.
Wait, are you telling me you have the freedom to be on a podcast?
Turn on the live chat. Oh, I can't, Elephant Man. I can't actually turn it on for the for the stream. I can't turn it on there. I don't have the ability here to do it like on the fly. I would have to set that up beforehand, and I'm too stupid to do that. So. Yeah,
I'm
sorry, man,
really
but the
about to
chat
binge
is
watch
there.
this shit tonight.
The chat is here, so.
I
Gab
really wish they'd
TV,
stop
Gab TV is gonna be
seizing
lit.
some goddamn.
We'll see. We'll probably go to Gab TV too. I don't see why not.
Oh,
I
I'm
even
actually looking at it right.
Nice. See, Robert's doing the research. It's
It
happening,
looks like-
boys.
It looks like. What are you talking about?
What?
I'm looking at gab.com.
Yeah.
Is it gabtv.com?
Darth. I even wrote in to try and audition for that show.
Wait, what
But
show?
I only learned it existed
Kid
like
Nation.
Oh.
a few months ago.
No, I watched it when it came out. I remember that shit.
Epic.
So apparently now we have Inequalityopoly now.
That makes sense. We have Miss
The
Monopoly.
oppressed are.
Have you seen
the-
Miss Monopoly? It's pretty epic.
It's pretty sexist, bro.
Well,
No,
apparently
it's not
the,
sexist. Women make more money in that game. What are you talking about? How's that sexist? I don't get it.
Apparently this board game says it brings. Apparently this board
Oh,
game's
God.
tagline is that it brings racial inequities to life. Does that mean it only exists as a game?
Probably.
I got a nice meme for this.
I don't know about memes, man. I didn't sign up for memes.
I mean, you don't have to look at it. You probably will have.
No, I mean, I do have to. Oh my god. I had to look at it. But yes, that is a good meme.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I approve of this meme that the chat can't see at the moment.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah,
Just
that-
know that it was a good meme, guys.
Join
Yeah.
the Discord, pussies.
Yeah, join the Discord. If you're not in there already, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you can remedy that by joining the Discord.
I believe that, as the saying goes, if
Description.
you don't join the Discord, you've caught the big gay.
That's true.
The big gay.
I actually put that out earlier. If you weren't in the VC, you're the big gay. So, but now, if you're not in the Discord at all, dude, super big
Dude.
gay.
You're doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
What
thought
about
COVID.
millennial monopoly? You mean where like nobody owns any property and there's only jail spots? Is that what you mean?
Oh shit.
Don't
The
look up Blue
ACLU
Waffle.
coming
No,
in.
absolutely, guys. Elephant Man selling
Well,
lies. He says, "Don't look up Blue Waffle." Absolutely, go look up Blue Waffle. You will thank me. If you haven't already, go look up Blue Waffle. It's a great time.
But aren't blue waffles awful?
No, they're pretty fucking
Oh
fantastic.
shit,
actually,
boys, listen up.
What's up?
The ACLU has officially called to abolish the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
we were talking about that in our private friend Discord that none of you are
wow.
allowed
Okay,
in
I'll
except
get
for
the fuck outta
Robert.
here. All right, no, it's fine.
None of you but Robert are allowed in there.
I'll run back to Texas. It's fine.
Yeah,
Fuck
do
me.
that.
Okay, they want to
Stay on your
abolish
side of the country.
abolish
stay on
Homeland
your
Security.
Piece of shit.
The department specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just like, yo,
TSA, go bye bye.
like, and I was like breaking John calls to dissolve the federal government, and then
The thing is,
yeah.
I don't just- to be fair, I'm of two minds on that one.
Blueberry
One,
waffles.
I'd
TSA
rather
or the federal government?
Yes.
Yes.
the
Homeland Security.
Homeland
yes.
Security. The thing is, on one hand, I think we kind of need them at the moment. On the other hand, they are just an extraneous government bureau at this point.
TSA, fuck them. What do they
Yes.
do? They fail any
Fuck 'em,
tests that are put before them. They don't do anything. They're
It's
just,
just
an
no one's trying
impediment.
to fucking use an airplane.
Yeah, they're just an impediment. That's all they've done. Is be like, oh, now I have to get to the airport 2 hours earlier than before, and
When you already
then
had to get there early.
get through the line in half an hour, and I have to sit around for an hour and a half until my flight is delayed, and then I have to wait another 5 hours. Like, nah, fuck that, man. Fuck the TSA.
And then I have to have my fingers dusted because apparently something keeps beeping that I
Well-
need to get my fingers dusted.
Yeah, because you use all
Okay.
that lotion.
So I'm just curious. Who here like actually goes on Gab and watches streams?
Well, apparently it's not live yet. Gab TV isn't a thing at the moment. It's coming
Oh.
soon. Yeah.
Okay, because I was wondering because I just signed up Gab.com and it's in green
I think I have a
Facebook.
Gab, but I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
is green Facebook with like Nazis. No, not really.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are a lot of those
Yes
kind of
and no.
people there. Yeah, but that's only because they get banned
You
from
don't have
Twitter
to
and then they
talk
go
to
over
them, Rob.
there. You don't. You don't have to talk to them.
No,
Yeah.
it's not that. I'm just trying to figure out. People have been suggesting it for a little while, and I'm like, well, okay,
Yeah.
great, but how do I use it to stream with? And I
Yeah,
don't see that.
We can't do it
No,
yet.
that's D-Live or BitChute.
Well, BitChute is video
Or
only,
is that
right?
just
You can't.
video?
Well, then why in the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
is anybody telling? Then why is anybody saying get on Gab? I don't want to be on Gab. If it's just Facebook.
Yeah, I've got a Gab account. I just don't ever use it.
Well, the thing is, Gab used to be just completely free speech, and then they started cracking down on stuff they don't like, and
Yeah.
the hunt is on again.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm saying I don't like Torba that much. He was good at first, and then it was like, oh no, I'm gonna be like, I'm totally gonna, shove my ideology down your throat. And it's like, oh no, dude, no. I liked you, stop. And then he was like, no, fuck you. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, anything, and basically he's in the anime fans are all pedophiles community. So post anything anime, you're banned for pedophilia.
Oh my god. I mean, to be fair though, weebs. I mean, who likes weebs anyway?
Do you want me to leave then? Because
I'm just fucking with you.
I mean, you could.
well, I could. There are many things I could do, but
Right.
should I?
No, you're welcome here. It's all good, man.
You're not.
Well,
welcome.
I mean, technically,
Right.
I'm not really a weeb, but that's the term thrown around.
Oh
so.
god. Actually, I'm what's
Well,
considered an
actually-
otaku, and so I'm not technically a
Well,
weeb.
I'm not even. I'm not even.
I
that.
know. I'm just fucking
I'm not a
with you.
Japanophile, so it's like glorious Nippon.
Saint says, "Fight me, John." Oh man, yeah, I would have no problem fighting a weeb. It's all good. You can't use your waifu pillow in battle either, so you have to
I
fight
actually
me
don't
without.
have any of those.
No,
I'm
no,
a
I'm
terrible,
talking to Saint.
quote-unquote weeb.
I'm talking to Saint. He's saying, "Fight me,
Robert.
John." So, like, you can't use your waifu
Big
pillow.
ups for the title of the episode, Robert, even though it got shat on.
Yeah, that was a
Right?
good title, dude. I liked it. We could use it again. We could recycle it. It no longer exists. So
I was ready for the rumble in the chat. Type at the speed of chat.
typing at the speed of light. Yeah. Gotta type
So the
fast.
entire
gotta run
Lebanese
fast.
government resigned today. Okay.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna get hung. It's lit.
No, they're gonna get hanged. We talked about this earlier.
Shut up.
I twiggered him.
You twiggered him.
I twiggered him.
Ed's not around, is he?
Saint said he's gonna bring his waifu Glock. I mean, that's slightly more effective, I think, than a waifu body
Yes.
pillow. Yeah,
You
that would be
kill
more
the wife
effective.
with the wife.
With the waifu Glock.
It's only fair.
Elephant Man says sex dolls are the shit. My wife is jealous. Nice, dude. Yeah, way to take that power away from her. Just be like, all right, you want to withhold sex? Fine.
Hey, if they weren't making such major advances in sex dolls, that shit wouldn't be happening. See, there's some innovation for you.
Yeah. Which is women got to step their game up, you know.
Well, I mean, shit, they've even taken the fleshlight to new levels.
Hell
Have
yeah,
they?
brother.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
oh,
You
yeah.
can you can get them
Jesus,
now.
guys.
but
All
they have
right,
it-
fine. Jesus.
You can get it. You can get yourself one that has a suction cup that you can attach to your wall or wherever you want.
The auto
And then
blow
just-
3.
Just stick your dick in and just press a button and it'll go cycle through motions, pattern. You don't even have to fucking move. It just sits there
Dude,
and
epic.
milks the
It
jizz out.
milks you.
Get wrecked,
Yes, it
women.
does.
Get wrecked.
wrecked, women.
We don't need your ass anymore. Go be free and liberated and feminist. Go ahead.
Actually, the sad thing is, despite what I just said about glorious Nippon, they've had an interactive board game for a while that has a robotic arm connected to an Ona hole that jacks you off as you fuck your
Fuck
virtual
off.
waifu.
No, that shit's gonna grip your dick and rip it off. Fuck that.
No, no,
I'm not
well,
interested.
no. The arm like snaps onto the Ona hole and basically jacks you off.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Now I don't know if you're familiar with like ChatterBait and these webcam sites, but not only do they have devices that the girls use on the site where you can, when you tip, it sends a signal and you can control vibration they're getting from their little insert. But now they're coming out with one that you can purchase for yourself, and while she feels the pleasure, you'll get the same pleasure.
Oh,
So it'll be
God.
like you're actually having sex with her. You're both feeling the same thing going
Fucking
on at the same
simp
time.
technology, dude. Oh my god. Simps are running
and
the
put
world.
a VR headset on, next level.
Yeah.
But
Oh my
but
god.
I'm gonna say this right now. You want population control?
That's how to
Take
do it.
take the need for women out of the picture for men, and you will get population control.
Yeah, dude. Who wants to deal with all like the extra shit? comes with
Right?
women.
How many men would be like, okay, so you're telling me for $5 I can have this doll that looks great and
And
just
won't
needs their
fucking
battery
nag me,
recharged,
You know.
or I can put up with menstrual cycle, menopause, pregnancy, bitchy moany. I'll take here's
Like,
500.
oh my god, I don't like your friends. They're so crude. You need to like get rid of them. And like, oh my god, and it's like, no, nope, get fucked. Go.
Shit, at $500 I'll take 2, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, one of the guys in my usual Discord with the deplorable Batcave, this topic has come up before a few times. He theorizes that once actual sex robots, sex dolls become real mainstream, we're going to see a total cultural shift with women because they're going to realize that they can't keep doing the same shit anymore because men will have an option.
Yeah.
They can't give me that sass no more.
So we're going to basically be going back to women must be subservient to men kind of shit.
Well, then they got to compete with sex robots who are designed.
Well, that's the only
to
way they
be
can compete.
subservient. Yeah.
Well, but they're getting their own sex robots too. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but is a male sex robot gonna listen to your motherfucking problems? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Are they
bet
gonna
you,
provide for you? I don't think so.
I would suggest that one of the things that we would see is companies would become gender specific.
Also, I don't know. Is that sex robot gonna do that thing that you like that you don't want anyone else to know? Women, you know?
Yeah.
Are they gonna do that for you? Are they gonna do that thing that you don't want anyone else to know about? You know what I'm talking about, right?
That
That
special
thing that if anyone found out, you'd be mortified. But
Right, and all you have to
you-
do is
you
remove
really
her
want
voice
it.
box, and you don't worry about it.
no. I'm saying the male sex robot. Is that gonna do
Oh.
it for you? You know, is that gonna do what you want it to do? I don't know.
Probably better than
Eventually,
Yeah.
eventually, probably,
Problem-
but I don't know,
The
man.
problem with
Just saying.
them trying to
you know,
replace us is they have standards and we don't.
y'all some freaky bitches. I don't know. But yeah.
You know,
as long as we get milked, we're fine. But
yeah, that's pretty
Right.
much all we
they
need.
got to be all special.
Just, you gotta put it somewhere, preferably moist, and then, let it take care of itself. We're not that difficult.
You know what the women are going? They're going to make one simple. My male sex doll is longer. It has more than a 2-minute battery life, so I'll take that over husband.
I mean, fair, but again, are they gonna do that one special thing that you really like?
Nah.
You know,
I know
Sure.
girls with
I don't know.
toys and they're like, I like dick, and I'm like, well, it sucks to be you.
I mean, have you seen the female sex toys that are a mouth with a tongue? It's a vibrating tongue that comes
I
out
haven't
and does
seen
different.
that, but I know that there's. I mean, they have dildos and shit that are way bigger than most guys' dicks, and they still want the real thing. So
They still
I don't
want
know.
the dick,
Yeah,
but we're cool with the yang 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 yang
I'm
yang.
cool with a flashlight with a fucking. I don't know. What is it? What's the shit made of? I don't fucking know. Whatever that
It's
shit
like
is.
it's a silicone hole.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm telling
I'm
you
good
right
with,
now.
I'm good with this.
All
Like
you gotta
fucking-
all you
just
gotta
like
do is
that.
have a good
That's all
heated
I need.
dildo and give a fuck about a man.
That's all I
As long
need
as
is Pamela Henderson is really all I need.
You saying
Indeed.
let it get hot in the sun for a little bit and then go to work?
But I mean, honestly, I mean, we have reached a point with technology and medicine and medical science. Women don't need men anymore.
I don't think that's true.
I'm not sure that's.
Women are too social, and they also like that protector kind of thing.
Some
which
do,
Most do. I don't think it's just some. I
But-
think it's most.
but
Of course
when
there are
we
exceptions.
realize the sex doll is a much better partner for us,
Then
then it'll drive it home to them. Well, they
Right.
don't need us either,
Right.
and then they can go do their own thing.
Especially when
Ex-
female
except my
sex
wife.
especially when female sex robots can
Right.
start like incubating and stuff. And it's like, oh, we don't need you at
Yeah,
all.
pop
What
an egg
is-
in there.
Yeah, dude. And we'd be like, oh, what do we need you for? Get wrecked.
Because I mean, imagine this, like they're doing 3D tech. They've got 3D printing for mechanical 3D printing with tissue and shit like that.
Elephant Man here makes a good point. $1,200 versus a lifetime of here. Take my money. Yeah, it's
Right,
true. You don't gotta
right.
take the sex robot out. You
Right,
take
you know
my
what
own movie.
You know what you'll never hear your sex robot say when you get home?
You never take
Hey.
me anywhere anymore. Why don't we go
I went out
anywhere?"
shopping today and saved you $500.
Yeah. I saved $500 though. You spent fucking $3,000. Jesus.
Spent $3,000.
My God. What is the fucking conversation? It just is, man. Just go with it. Who cares?
Hey man, we're
Same.
vibing.
Yeah, dude, we're just
Don't-
chilling. We're almost at the
Uh,
2 hour
You
mark.
want me
so
to
we're
yell
probably
at
gonna chill
Robert
soon.
about the state? Come
I know,
on.
right? Do we want to have conflict or we want to
I
talk
did
about
that.
sex robots?
I
Like-
tried. I got him really close talking about Atlanta. I was there.
Hey, you
We
can,
were there.
Yeah, I'll talk about the state all day long. It's a simple question of inevitability. You'll never get out from under the state.
Oh, and speaking of inevitability never getting out from under it, as I just posted in general, Disney is removing the Fox name from its companies.
Oh, really?
Why? Did they say why?
Because Fox is associated with Fox
Because
News,
it's the
I
name
imagine.
Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, associated with Fox News, I imagine.
I would assume. I can read the article, but it's a GameSpot article.
Yeah, I'm putting the article. Finally implementing its rebranding of
Finally.
former Fox-owned properties, of which the news broke back in January. This means that the word Fox has been removed from 20th Century Fox Television. Now just
So it's
named
just
20th
20th Century
Television.
Television?
No, it's just 20th Television. Like, what the fuck?
That's fucking whack.
Additionally, Fox 21 Television Studios being rebranded as Touchstone Television. Wasn't there already a Touchstone?
Touchstone was owned by
Okay.
Disney.
That was a
Okay,
movie
so
production.
then yeah.
company,
So
I
then
thought, yeah.
Yeah,
it,
it's
it
movies,
all
right?
comes back. Yeah, all comes
Yeah,
back around.
it was a small Disney studio.
Yeah.
Doesn't say here that it's
Why they got rid of the name
names
Fox,
of
but-
various studios to make Fox a relic of the past. Doesn't say that it has to do with
Also-
the fact that it's named. No, I'm saying that
Is
there's
it political?
the-
Or are they ousting people?
It doesn't say that there it's political.
So they're just ousting people.
Yeah, it looks like they're just changing the name for some reason. It
So corporate regime change.
fuck. Wait. Somebody's still in existence in some form. What? What was left over became part of Fox Corporation, so Disney distancing itself from Fox is a smart move, since the company is still in existence in some form. Oh,
Have a
'cause
good
they
night,
bought-
Elephant Man.
Because they bought. Okay, because they bought Fox, so they're like, that means that if they use the name, then Fox still owns it in some way. So in order to get around that, they
Right.
had to change the name. That doesn't sound.
Oh, it's a money thing.
They're
yeah,
killing
that,
royalties.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it's a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, at least from that one article, I don't know, but
Okay, that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, it
That makes
it
more
is
sense.
it is a fallacy on Twitter. I saw that, considering who's involved, who's posting the article.
right.
What about? Has anybody else heard the rumors that they're talking about bringing Lucas back to the Star Wars franchise?
I heard about
heard
that,
that.
but that would be too good to be true.
I-
did, in fact.
I am
hear.
currently praying in front of my altar of Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
Gross.
I Misa need more.
Misa needs
Because
Daddy
it-
Star Wars.
I mean, at this point, I rebuilt the bust of Jar Jar. I said, "Look, man, I'm sorry. I thought you were terrible for a while, but I have seen the
I
darkness."
never-
right.
I held the line. I
I s-
kept the faith.
I thought you were terrible until I stared into the abyss, and then it stared back into me.
And then it stared back. And it
I-
spit back.
I am sorry, Jar Jar. Forgive me for my sins.
Yeah, we all need to say 7 Hail Lucases.
I always
To
loved Jar Jar.
atone.
You guys can go fuck yourselves.
I liked him when I was like 10, because I was 10. Or
I
when did that
kept
movie
the
come out? 2001
I-
maybe? I don't know. So I might have been 11. I think I was 11 when the first one came out. So
I've been intimate with Jar Jar.
you would.
What month did it come out? Can you look it up?
Ah, fine. I do
Looking
have
it
to, I
up
do have to get-
now,
I do
it
have
came
to
out in
get those.
1999.
Okay, so I was 9 when that came out. Fair enough.
I was 3 or
13.
4.
I was 13.
It's old enough to know better, too young to resist.
I was not
It was
old enough
it was a
to know
Star
better.
Wars movie. So.
Now, I would say this. I think this is the point in television movie technology for Lucas to make good on. He first did Star Wars and he actors for the original Star Wars movies. He had them sign their likenesses in perpetuity because he expected there would be a point in time where he would want to continue making movies with those characters, but they would be older and not able to. So this would be the perfect time for him to go back and do some of the
To implement
filler
the
gap
digital.
stories. Yeah.
It'd be really nice
Because-
if they just got rid of the new trilogy and just restarted completely. Just be like, sorry guys, that no longer exists.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, we don't acknowledge that ever again.
And the true Star Wars fans rejoice.
Yeah,
And we cry. I would cry.
I would probably weep a little bit too, in happiness.
But I think we're technologically at a point where he could do that and you would never know the
It
difference.
could happen.
Oh wait, no, I know exactly what would happen. Remember the ending to Return of the Jedi?
Yeah. it
Oh,
would be
God.
That's
all
exactly
that
what we
shit.
would do.
It'd be all that shit again. Yeah.
The ghosties standing around.
No, I'm just talking about the singing, dancing, and
Even
Oh, right.
even the beginning of it
Oh,
with that
gotcha.
fucking monstrosity that was put out instead of the Twi'lek slave chick. Remember? The Return of the Jedi,
Fucking
beginning
knocked
of
the
Return of
Twi'leks.
No, I wasn't. I was on her side.
Wait,
I was talking about the
They're
monstrosity
asexual
of
beings.
like this. I don't know.
the
It's
song.
like Mike
on the dance
Wazowski.
number?
Yeah, that's like Mike Wazowski looking alien thing that like
Yeah,
had this long
that
ass
was-
mouth. Like it was so
that
dumb.
did not need to be there.
No, there was no. Put the fucking bitch in the Sarlacc pit. Not the Sarlacc pit, the Rancor pit.
The
And
Rancor pit.
yeah, like the movie was fine like that. It was actually great. It showed Jabba as an evil cunt. That's what we
The
needed to
Twi'leks
see
are
to
sex
establish
slaves.
that.
They like sex, but they often get enslaved.
Now,
That's-
John, we can't go judging other people's cultures because obviously we're white imperialists.
I'm
We don't
not
have the
white.
right
I
to
established
another
this
culture.
on Discord earlier. I am actually not white.
Yeah, I'm brown, so eat my ass.
Yeah, he's brown.
You're,
and
well,
I
you're,
would
well,
not-
you're self-hating, therefore you don't count.
I would not recommend eating his ass. Also, he eats a lot of
Right.
burritos
Yeah,
and
probably not.
tacos. A lot of
Good
tacos
idea.
and burritos. It's
I
a
wouldn't want
mess down
that.
there. Yeah.
If it looks brown, it's going to taste brown.
That's probably a good measure.
It's also probably a good place to leave the stream because we just hit. Well, we just hit 2 hours, and I do have to go to bed after work in the morning.
Yeah, I have to now.
You have to jerk off in the morning. I know.
I said I have some work to do. Didn't say anything. I'll be coming. I'll be
Oh,
coming to
okay.
your house in the morning, so you'll be jerking me off. in the
Hell no,
morning.
I'm working. I'm gonna be gone.
I'll beforehand. So
I mean,
give
if,
me a before handy.
I mean, if you pay me more than my job, I'll consider it, but I doubt it even then. So.
But see, if it's the time before you go to work, it's like bonus. So I can give you a little bit,
Nah,
and it'll be like a
no,
bonus
no, that's
check
not-
for the
no,
day.
Nope, that's not how that works.
Non-taxed.
That's not true.
Mm,
I won't tax it. I swear.
I'll have to claim it though on my taxes. And they'll be
No,
like,
no,
"What
no,
the
no.
fuck is
Anything
this?"
under $600, you don't have to claim.
Who said it was gonna be under $600? I'm not a cheap whore.
I'm making
Get
that
outta
very
here.
clear.
It's
I'm
I,
making
gotta
it
be
I ain't
real.
no, I ain't no
$600.
street whore, alright? I have standards.
Why would I pay you that much for a handy when I can get a sex doll for less? Jesus, John.
I don't know.
Jeez.
I'm wondering that myself.
Put some googly eyes on a fucking pocket pussy.
Right? Just now.
Cost me more less than you're bitching and whining.
Yeah, that's true. But alright, guys, we're gonna end it here though.
Fine, get the
Everyone who's still here and might see it later, description, there's stuff down there. Click all the stuff that's down there, right down here. Click that stuff.
Don't forget to yell to Robert about the state, and don't forget to yell to me about the state. We
Yeah.
both want to hear it.
That's true. And then, yeah, also Friday, August 21st, live stream for charity for St. Jude's. Be there. Don't be gay.
Applications for becoming
Or be gay
renegades
and be
and
there, either
moving
way.
into a ghost town will also be up.
Yeah, we'll be taking applications for that as well. So,
You must be able to dig the well.
it's true. All right.
What, there's no running water nearby? Fuck you.
No.
I will
Anyway.
only agree if we get a recording of a slow mo off the bus to the song "Renegade" by Styx.
Sounds fucking awesome.
Good one.
Yes.
Nice.
Badass song, too.
Bring a boombox and it can happen.
Hell yeah. A
The
boombox. What
town
the
will
fuck?
need music.
Motherfucker, we got a Bluetooth speaker. We don't need a damn boombox. But anyway.
That's what I meant. I'm just using the word.
Anyway.
You're gonna use that Bluetooth with all that electricity in the ghost town?
Yeah, dude.
I know how to use generators.
We got potatoes,
Solar,
bruh.
baby.
We got all the potatoes. We'll make battery banks.
I have a
It's all good.
design for an e-bike generator.
I say we make it a technological zone.
Yeah, go back to feudalism.
Mm.
I call Lord.
Build a water mill and the whole nine are powered.
Ooh, a water mill. You want to get real
Alright.
ghetto.
We're getting out of here, guys.
You're
we're
the
not.
one in there.
The
We're in
I
water
was
the
trying to
part.
say bye, and then we started getting distracted. So bye,
You can-
everyone. See you,
You
guys
can
later.
go by on the
Ending
show.